we're live and Lou's camera is going haywire. Alright, good morning, good afternoon, good evening everybody. Welcome back to another episode of Call of the Abyss. A little reminder, this is an 18 plus stream, so if you are not 18 plus, please click out now as there might be some contents that you will not be comfortable with. That said, let us introduce all the cast members, starting with me. I am Rina, playing as Scarlett Lyanna. Are you guys for real? Bully?
Hey, I'm Bully, and I'll be playing Toledo, the Banu Hakim.
I am Ethan. I'll be playing Fletcher Wright, the Gangrel war veteran.
And I'm Lou, and I'll be your storyteller for this evening. Previously in our chronicle, the coterie rescued Alice's daughter, Claudia, from being held captive in a decrepit household's basement. They found her quiet, a bit malnourished, and utterly traumatized from the recent events. They brought her back to the church haven where a few things were discussed and later acted upon. Fletcher and Toledo made a quick visit to a discreet location to find out that the Second Inquisition are present in the city, and they quickly took care of the situation as Damon and Annabelle watched. After returning to the haven, Toledo, being the mentor that he is, adamantly pushed the fact that Scarlett needed to be released from the bond that was placed upon her within the labyrinth. Sombra, of course, retorted and answered that the priest cannot be trusted because he, too, was bonded to some other entity. A blood ritual was eventually done for both parties, with Fletcher to witness that both of these kindreds were indeed bound to someone or something else. The solution that they came up with was to simply let themselves be staked and have our Gangrel Warvit blood bond them to each other without their will and control. In any case, a few nights passed, and we found ourselves in a more enlightened situation with the blood bonds being broken, but the ties to some otherworldly presence still remained. We ended the episode with Fletcher coming across someone he's been on the hunt for, following him after a brief conversation onto the south side of Chicago in an old stone mason building. What lies in wait for our Gangrel Warvit in the shadows, we'll soon find out as he descends carefully towards the basement. We'll pick up the scene as the door kind of shuts behind him quite loudly, and Fletcher, you begin making your way down the steps. I imagine you're doing this slowly and carefully, back against the wall, guns still out.
Just like I've been trained to do a million times before. Guns out, back against the wall. Slowly peeking around corners, pushing doors, checking corners. Efficient.
Efficiency. That's right. If you'd like to, go ahead and roll your wits and awareness. You're gonna add +1 die to this. Because you have Eyes of the Beast active, I imagine.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh. Way to start off the game. We'll keep this in mind as you descend the steps. You make your way slowly. As you make your way down towards a landing, you would notice that there is another staircase that leads downwards. 2 levels, to be exact. As you turn the corner, you would notice a silhouette approaching you that's coming upstairs very, very quickly. With your Eyes of the Beast, you immediately notice and recognize the person to be Lester, as he looked a little bit frazzled right now, in a bit of panic, as his eyes are darting left and right, trying to perhaps get away from the scene.
What's in my current surroundings? Am I by a door or am I by a hallway that I can quickly duck into?
You are currently in the landing of what seems to be the staircase in between the first and second floor basement. Lester is coming up the steps now. He notices you. Oh, go
Yeah,
ahead.
I'll just. Yeah, as soon as he notices me, the gun's straight up pointed at him.
He hands up immediately, but he remains quiet as he says, or he simply gestures. Wild eyes and everything. He seems to be shaking.
Please. Fine.
He gestures for you to go upstairs
I'll
as he
step back, let him go first.
He quickly makes his way up the first staircase from where you came from and onto the what seems to be a hallway that you actually entered in from the Masonic building. Do you follow?
Nice and close.
He has his hands up still, because I imagine you still have the gun trained on him.
Just in case.
Fletcher, please. You shouldn't be here.
I think I should.
No. Fletcher, you don't understand. You're not supposed to be here.
Then help me understand, Mr. Knife. What the fuck's going on here, and what's got you spooked?
You wouldn't understand. You're not native to these parts.
Is it the same thing that's got the animals spooked?
No. This is different.
Different. Interesting. Let's get somewhere where you can explain it to me, shall we?
As he opens the door, you can see that he does it with tremendous strength, or at least looks like he's doing it with tremendous strength, as if there was a bit of resistance not letting you out of the place. But as he does this, you would hear the last crunches of bone and skin and tendons being ripped apart from the basement below as you make your way out. The door shuts behind both of you as he still has his hands up. Fletcher, you don't understand. You shouldn't be here. Please, you shouldn't involve yourself with this.
Let's start there. Why shouldn't I be here?
Because this doesn't concern you or the Camarilla.
Right. We stumbled onto a real treasure, have we? Let's keep that train going. Why doesn't it involve me?
You don't want to be involved. Trust me.
Why don't I want to be involved, Lester? What are we dealing with here?
Oh, what they are. I just know I just know they're hungry.
What, we got a bunch of Sabat shovel heads, or Annabelle's really finally lost it for once?
He
What are we
turns to
dealing
you
with?
as he puts his hands on your shoulders for as if he was pleading. I wish it was that simple to explain. I wish there were just shovel heads. I wish there were just some fucking fledglings.
Put the gun away at this point. Is it... I don't know. Something weird and shadowy and trying to re-describe things that he saw in the labyrinth a couple of nights ago.
He simply just nods curiously.
Huh.
Fletcher, they're still hungry.
Do they... Supposing that this is all what it is, what makes them quiet?
Food. Lots of food. You can see Lester Knife's actual face now in this, by the street lights sort of cascading upon his face. He has very, very dark eye bags. You can see the wrinkles on his forehead. Even though vampires aren't supposed to age, he looks like he's aged quite a bit since you've last seen him. As if he has gotten absolutely no rest. If he could sweat, he would be sweating bullets right now.
All right, Lester. Let me prove to you that my allegiances lie with my clan, and not just the camp. And if it'll put my hand on his shoulder, if it'll make you calm the fuck down, let's get this thing some food then. Okay?
Wait, no. No, you don't understand, Fletcher. Fuck! Look. These things. I didn't used to feed them this often. But they've been growing hungrier by the night ever since 2 years ago. I used to feed them maybe once, twice a month. Now I have to feed them almost every night. And the more you feed them, the more hungrier they get. They greedily devour everything I throw at them.
What do you propose? How do we deal with this?
I don't know, Fletcher. Now that you're here, you can help, right? As another gangrel, you can help me, right?
Of course I'm gonna help you, Lester. Christ. Of course I am. Rosa's worried about you. She'll help.
Rosa can't know about this, please. No one can know about this, Fletcher.
Just another fucking secret in my belt. Fine. If it makes you feel more at ease, I'll do my best.
As the caretaker of this place, you have to swear you're not going to tell anyone. Not the sheriff, not the prince. Not even the fucking Justicar.
I ain't telling the Justicar shit. Don't even worry, Lester. I'll, bite into my hand, take a bit of blood, hold it out. I swear. Just you and me.
What are you doing?
It's a symbolic thing. You bite into your own hand and we shake. You know what? Never mind. I promise, okay?
Okay. Here's my promise to you. I'm going to explain everything once I get the chance, but for now, I need to get them more food. You shouldn't be around here anymore. They're going to know you're here, and they're going to know your scent. And they're going to be calling for you.
Just another one to the pile. I'll leave you be, Lester. Good luck with feeding the kids.
You see him hug himself in this moment as you begin walking away. He seems to be trembling. Out of curiosity, Fletcher, how do you feel about taking a peek down there?
Fletcher's more loyal to his clan than anything else. I think he's going to trust Lester on this one. By trust, I mean think that he's crazy, and it's probably just an alter ego of his or something down there that eats this stuff instead. But whatever makes him happy.
Okay. So you walk away from this Masonic building, but now you know exactly where it is, and you can easily come and go here if you desired to. But as you walk away and leave Lester there on the scene, where do we see you go?
Fletcher's just gonna... He's gonna get in the car and he's gonna drive to his usual hunting ground, the usual seedy locations. And he's gonna try and find a couple of people in the middle of a drug deal or something that he can work with. He wants to grab 2 or 3 people.
Okay. Let's see that wits and streetwise roll first.
Hopefully my luck can continue. Now I've jinxed it. Just one. Nah, I got to do this. I got a willpower reroll.
What's in the streetwise?
Oh, that's subterfuge. Whoopsie.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, let me reroll.
Go for it.
It's even less dice.
Crit.
Same.
Never mind.
Same result. I'm gonna rouse the blood and push it.
Sure.
Because this is something I need to succeed on.
Ooh, and he passes the rouse check. You don't get any hungrier.
Mine's let's see, 3. God, yeah. Jinxed it. That's not happening. Just had to open my mouth.
With one success, you are able to make your way to the more shady locations in Chicago, but there's just a lot of kind. You stumbled upon perhaps maybe a gang situation here where they're just kind of pooling together and having a little meeting. They all seem to be, there's a lot of vehicles and whatnot, and there's also a lot of people watching from several buildings nearby. But you don't find anyone isolated. You can easily pick off.
I think at that point I'll call it a night, head back to the shared haven, and start a new project. I think I was going to start making another bomb, but bigger and better this time.
Okay. Imagine you're gonna have to gather materials for this.
It's gonna take a while.
Okay. How big is this bomb? What's the impact radius of this thing?
A block.
A block. Enough to levy a whole condominium building down?
Oh yes.
Okay.
Maybe a skyscraper, who knows?
Alright, so this is gonna take you a few nights to do.
Yeah.
But let's go ahead and see that craft roll, or science roll. Intelligence, and either science or...
Can I use technology, because I have a specialty in
Or
explosives?
technology. Mm-hmm.
3.
Okay. 3 is a good start. You will be able to begin putting together the foundations of a very large, very powerful explosive within this evening. But you're going to need more materials and a bit more time to do this in the next coming nights. But as we see Fletcher, we see a montage of him perhaps collecting materials and supplies and getting back to the haven where he unpacks them, perhaps with a smile on his face. We're going to cut the scene as we bounce the camera over to Scarlett, leaving the Diamond Yama. I believe Toledo is following very closely.
Yep.
Invisible. So, where are you heading off to?
I'm heading to the address that Lyanna left me.
Okay. So you're gonna try to locate your father. Sure. Absolutely. How are you going about this? You don't have a car.
Probably take another taxi.
Okay.
Feed on the way.
Toledo, you notice that she gets into another taxi. Are you gonna just use clinging of the insect and stick yourself on top of that?
Yeah,
vehicle?
we're at the top of every taxi in the city. Let's go.
Why do I have an invisible?
Alright, Spider-Man's.
It's not his first rodeo.
Okay. Alright. Some time passes as you tell the taxi driver the directions to this particular location, and it's quite a ride, actually. You're in the downtown area, and you would soon notice that this vehicle is taking you somewhere up north, somewhere far away from the city life. You would soon notice that the roads you're taking after you get off the highway is sort of surrounded by large trees and shrubbery and whatnot, and it's almost like you're going into the forest itself up north in Chicago. You pass by the Gold Coast, you pass by Bucktown, you pass by all the big sort of locations here, but eventually you get to a nondescript location, perhaps because of the back roads and whatnot, but there are absolutely no street signs anywhere. Eventually, the taxi driver pulls over in front of an old two-story cabin in the woods. There is... It's sort of placed on nearby the cliff that leads to Lake Michigan itself, and it has actually a very nice view. But before the taxi can even pull over, you would notice two suburban vehicles that are parked that seem to turn their lights on immediately as they see this taxi kind of pull over. And the two cars immediately sandwich a taxi. From inside the vehicle, you can see the silhouettes of a few individuals wearing what seems to be suits and whatnot, with their guns trained upon the vehicle itself.
Scarlett will be like pretty calm, probably fixing herself up before opening the door with her hands up and yelling in Russian is stop.
Takes quite a long time before there is any response, but the guns are still trained on you and the taxi driver. Eventually, an individual steps out of the vehicle. It is a very tall, bald, burly kind of Russian individual. It seems to just look at you. The gun is still trained upon you, of course. This way, he says in Russian.
Okay, and I just follow him.
You're forced to walk in front of him as his gun is still trained on your back. Toledo, is there anything you're doing in this moment? Simply following.
Just following.
Okay. You would then notice them, sort of a few of the individuals step out of the vehicle and approach the taxi driver, pull him out, and tie him up. Scarlett, on the other hand, as you step forward onto the porch of this old cabin, you can hear a few whispers here and there from the Russian dudes behind you, some of the security detail here, asking if they know who you are. Of course, you don't get much out of them as they kind of just shake their head and whatnot. But as the door opens, inside you would see a very cozy and homey place. You see that the fireplace is dramatically lit up with a dim lighting inside, and within is immediately on the floor is a fur carpet of what seems to be a bear, and off to the walls are what seems to be ornaments and heads of perhaps the wild animals they've captured. But sitting in the middle of the room, a very tall, very muscular man, still wearing a fur coat, graying hairs off to the side, black hair in the middle. Sort of a long beard at this point. He turns towards you with his dark eyes, and you recognize him immediately. Your father.
Papa, I'm home.
Without a word, his jaw is dropped. He immediately just brings you in for a hug.
I immediately blush of life. God damn.
Ooh, you know, blush of life.
Yes.
Okay, let's see that rouse check.
Oh, I fail. Hey, let's go.
You get hungrier. Your dad looking like a tasty snack right now. What hunger are you at?
3.
Okay. Yeah. As you pull the Vitae into your system and you will it to bring you that fake sense of life, the warmth comes back to your body, your organs begin to work in a certain way, and your cheeks more flushed, your hair more lively. He brings you in, gives you a bit of a bear hug as he says, "Oh, my jewel, I have not seen you in a long time. How have you been?"
I've been well, Papa. How have you been?
Apart from being in this shitty house, things have been better. Oh, you don't look like you've aged.
Yeah, kind of a side effect, I guess.
Come. Do you want some food? Do you want some drinks? Anything? We have plenty of supplies.
Probably later, Papa. How's everything?
Oh. He takes a seat down as he kind of gestures for you to take a seat as well. He drops his shoulders as he sinks into the sofa provided for him. He lets out a very deep sigh as he says, "Hard times, my child. Hard times."
I heard from Lyanna.
Ugh.
Don't like her either.
I assume now that you're here, you know of our situation.
Yeah. I've been caught up, but I would like to hear it from you directly.
He kind of leans over as he slumps his his elbows on his shoulders, putting his hands together, as he kind of just looks you in the eyes, and that serious tone comes back to him. We've been caught in a very, very messy war, Scarlett.
What kind of war?
I thought we had everything back then. I thought we had all the resources, with a criminal underworld in our pockets. With all the contacts we've had, allies and enemies alike. I was humbled to learn that we're not the ones pulling the strings.
Who are?
He just looks at you dead in the eyes, as if you already knew the answer.
As expected.
Now, our organization has grown weaker. Our people are scattered across Europe. And of course, he's speaking this in Russian. And you, being gone away for so long, well, I hope your time here has brought you merits.
It did. I've been learning how to blend in with the people here. I've had 2 great mentors, but nothing is more comfortable than being in or around family.
Yes, right. That is why we should celebrate. He snaps his fingers as for the guards, to one of the security details to bring in like a large bottle of champagne. Now that you're here, we're reunited, father and daughter. At long last, he says with a big smile on his face as he grabs the bottle from the individual and just pops it open, and he begins to drink it by himself. The gesture is for another bottle to be given to you, as he seems to just completely down this drink in one gulp.
Papa, slow down.
This is good American water.
Very good American water.
Another, he says as he smashes the bottle on the ground. The individuals around just seem to shake their heads as if this is something that's happened before that they're used to. Do you drink as well? A bottle is eventually handed to you.
Is it a champagne?
Champagne.
Oh. A blush of life. I could probably drink this, but I'll have to expel it in an hour. Yeah?
Okay. Start drinking it. He kind of smiles at you and says, "That's my girl." But I bet you can't outdrink your old man.
I bet I can. You're not getting younger any longer, Papa. I'm just getting stronger.
Vodka, he says, as the good stuff we brought. He says, as another individual brings in a whole like bottle of like Russian vodka and get it kind of just set on top of the coffee table in front of both of you, and 2 glasses are sort of prepared, 2 shot glasses rather. And as this is happening, Toledo, are you just watching this entire time? Do you seek to do anything? Investigate the place, look around?
No, this is right where I want to be. See what the hell she's up to.
In a matter of a few minutes, she's gonna get very, very drunk as she has this drinking contest with her own father. And for you, Toledo, this is her actual father, not mentor or anything. This is her real biological dad, and you can kind of see the resemblance with the dark hair and whatnot, and the rowdy and very, very irrational attitude. But if you just seek to watch, then Scarlett, go ahead and roll your stamina and your composure to see how much you can actually drink before you start feeling the effects of.
3.
Okay, with 3 successes, we'll say that you can definitely out. No. Sergey's.
Sergey's very high
He's
tolerance. He's purebred
you
Russian.
Toe to toe with your father. And after finishing the bottle, the both of you kind of just look at each other. He's sort of singing in what seems to be a lullaby in Russian, and he seems to be very, very happy right now as he kind of sways left and right. And he says, "Another!" He's to another security detail who just kind of shake their heads at him once again as they bring another bottle. The 2 of you speak about God knows what.
I'm probably
Maybe
asking him to introduce all his staff to me, because I don't know most of these people. They're not the usual.
You can notice that these people... Actually, go ahead and roll your wits and insight. I think you get a penalty for this because you're drunk.
God. I already got...
It's fine.
I only got like 3 dices in this. It's okay. 2.
With 2 successes, you can tell all these people are new. Or maybe because they're in America, and you know that there's agents in America, and these are probably the Americans that are sort of taking care of your father here and now. If you're looking for any particular individual, they are not present here. They're all just simply new faces. One of them eventually kind of creeps in towards you, whispers, "I don't mean to be rude, Miss Mikolov, but your father's had enough. It's not good for his body."
Alright. Okay. Papa!
And then I said to her that, no, we should not run away and we should face our problems head on.
Probably grab...
And that's how I tackled a cow to the ground, barehanded, half naked, very sweaty.
I thought you said before it was a bear, now it's a cow.
No, a bear, yes, a bear, that's what I meant.
You've had too much to drink, Papa. Let me grab that. I'm gonna grab the glass on his hand and drink it. Just down it and then just go like, come on. We can celebrate more tomorrow.
Of course, my child, he says as he kind of... You try to pick him up, right?
No, just
Yeah,
pull
he's very
him
heavy.
Oh. Pull
He's
him
very
to...
big and heavy, but I think with your strength and potence you can. You weren't able to before when you were human, but now you can see quite the difference of your strength as you kind of just... you let him lean on you and you carry him upstairs, I imagine.
Once it's like settled down.
Once you settle down, you would notice on the nightstand a portrait photo on a small framed picture of you, your father, and your mother. perhaps 15 years ago, as you were still a mere babe.
Hmm. I'll grab the book.
No more bear wrestling. Especially not for you, Scarlett.
I don't think I'll have much chance to wrestle a bear here, Papa. Rest.
See him sink into the bed, much like the way he did the sofa, and in a few moments you hear him snoring.
Probably gonna go into the bathroom and expel all the alcohol from my system.
Okay. It's gonna take you a little while because you downed a whole bottle of champagne and vodka.
That's fine.
Toledo, you're gonna see your student sort of just hurl all over the bathroom with a bit of blood and alcohol all over the place. But eventually, Scarlett, you finish up. Imagine you clean yourself and a bit of the bathroom, flush the toilet, all that. You exit out.
I'm gonna grab that photo before I exit out.
Sure. Take it out of the frame. Imagine you tuck it into your pocket secretly.
I'm going to go to the person who told me that my papa had had enough.
Sure. She seems to be just there sitting. Her hair is done in a ponytail. She's wearing like a black coat over her white long sleeve, button up. And she just looks at you.
How long have you been here in America?
Since I was a child, yeah.
And how long has my papa been here?
Less than 6 months.
And in that less than 6 months, my papa went from one of the scariest men to that. What happened? In what condition did he arrive in here?
He's developed a problem. Yeah.
I can see that.
He, ever since the fall of our group, he was placed here under house arrest. Not to leave anywhere, not to have any visitors.
House arrest by who?
I don't know, ma'am. The higher ups.
The higher ups.
Without a roll, Scarlett, you know it's probably Lyanna.
Yeah. Fucking Lyanna. Call the most able-bodied man around here.
Who says it has to be a man that's most able-bodied? She raises an eyebrow at you.
Oh, that is true. You have raised a point. What's your name?
She looks at you, and she looks at the ground. She looks at you again. Aluna.
Aluna. And who do you work for?
It's your father.
My father and only my father? There's not a lot of people I could trust around my papa. But loyalties do change quite easily, especially when dealing with my people. Aluna, do you know what I am?
The daughter of the mafia boss.
Yes. Of the fallen Bradva, apparently. Might be time for someone to take charge once again. I'll be back here tomorrow. Make sure my papa eats something in the morning.
She just nods.
I'm gonna go exit out of the cabin all troubled. Can one of you drive me home?
Aluna communicates with them as she snaps her fingers. And one of them eventually, comes out and turns on one of the Suburbans, expecting you to get in. And it's just like old times. It's another black Suburban vehicle, and you can easily do your thing.
I'll just
Toledo?
yeah.
Stick yourself onto the vehicle once again.
Spider.
Of course.
Okay.
God.
All right, Spider-Mans.
I'll just give the address to like the nearest block to our place or Haven, shared haven.
Absolutely. And you make your way back to the haven. Funny thing is, he doesn't actually drop you off at the block. He drops you off in the middle, in front of your own haven.
Seem to know where I live. What's your
Door
name?
unlocks.
What's your name?
Boris.
Boris. Interesting. I'm gonna just go straight to the haven.
You're gonna go upstairs, sure. Imagine Toledo, you're gonna unstick yourself from the vehicle and follow Scarlett. And as the time passes a little bit here, as we all just reconvene at the haven, door swings open, you would both, well, just Scarlett, I assume, because Toledo hasn't revealed himself yet, you would notice Fletcher in the middle of the room, once again working on a science project. And the scene returns to the three of you whenever Toledo decides to pop out of Obfuscate.
What are you building? Is that another bomb? Why are you building the bombs in our haven?
I'm not building another bomb, it's just a science project. Teacher really wants me to get this one due by the end of the week, so I better get it done.
Last time you said it was a clock project DIY thing, and it turned
It
out
was
to
a
be
clock project. There was a clock involved. I didn't
I
lie.
was
I
sleeping
just
right next to it.
stretched the truth a little bit.
Well, don't blame me if it fails because I'm sitting next to you. It's like blocked down.
Actually,
right
it's probably
beside-
better if you do sit next to me while I do this.
Oh no! And I should have just gotten a job as a bomb. What do you call it? The Americans call it the ones that remove the bomb.
Not sure. Not sure anymore what they call it. Could pay the bills.
Yeah. You'd find a way to pay the bills, but
Hold this and make sure you don't drop it on the floor.
what?
Just don't drop it.
I don't want to. Fletcher, what's
What?
this? Will it explode if I
Just
drop?
it's better if you don't know. Just don't drop it. Also, it's expensive. Please don't drop it.
Where did you buy this?
Amazon.
Amazon?
Yeah, it's crazy. You can get anything online these days.
Oh my gosh. Can you get
Best-
blood?
I mean, yeah, if you go the right places, but
No. Who knows what kind of diseases is in the blood? Yeah. So what have you been up to? Huh?
just this. Driving around. Helps clear the mind. You know what they say about idle hands?
No?
Oh. I'll get Toledo to teach you that one. It's probably up his alley a bit more.
Yeah. Speaking of Toledo, where's he? Usually he's
God
up my
knows.
ass nagging at me, but that's kind of surprising. I haven't seen him in a day.
Is it really that surprising? He's very good at not being seen. Probably some ghost sword probably finally stabbed him or something.
Oh yeah. Speaking of ghosts, have the
No,
ghosts still
not speaking of ghosts. We're not mentioning ghosts anymore.
Why?
Superstition.
But the one that I met was friendly. Why can't we have ghosts in the house?
Because they get up on the couch, they put hair everywhere, and then they flip the couch, and then they flip the hair everywhere. They make a mess. They stay outside.
I don't want a ghost.
Maybe when you're older.
How long does it take you to make this project?
Well, when it starts ticking, it should be working.
What?
Hmm?
You say it start. It is another bomb.
No, it's a big clock.
A big. The last time you said big clock, it demolished a whole building.
Yeah.
So it's a bigger
Yeah.
clock this time?
What can I say? I like my clocks.
Okay.
Give me that. Stop holding that. I don't trust you with that anymore.
Probably look around. Where is Toledo? Send a text.
I would actually like to be feeding at this point.
Okay.
Just something around our neighborhood if possible.
Sure. Just roll your predator type. Okay, yeah, you can
Look at
actually
all
bring.
that.
You can, with 7 successes, if you want, you can feed on 2 people.
I only need 2 dots removed. So we'll go out for a bite and then head back to the haven once that's finished.
Scarlett, when he gets through, try this one. I'll hand her a shotgun.
Okay. Gonna grab the shotgun and then sit myself, the usual position with the pillow at the front and then ready.
Oh, pillow ain't gonna work for that. You're gonna
Oh.
destroy the pillow.
Oh. Okay, there's no silencer on this thing?
Nah, they're a bit more hard to find.
Okay.
It'll be cool.
Oh, that'll be fine. Gotcha.
Just a question, Fletcher. What kind of rounds are in the shotgun?
Oh, no more rounds. I don't have many of the special ones.
Oh,
We saved
okay.
those
No,
for a special occasion.
no dragon breath rounds then. Okay, cool. Anyways,
They better fucking not be.
I forget. They all get jumbled in the box.
like,
and then
wait a minute.
you know.
he's a war veteran. I imagine he has like dragon breath rounds somewhere.
They're under the pillow.
I knew it. Which pillow though?
Okay.
Who knows?
They're in the junk drawer in our kitchen.
The ghost has taken them.
So eventually Toledo comes back to the haven after being sated. So go ahead and select your hunger down to 1, I imagine. And now Is your plan to shoot him, Scarlett?
Yeah, the moment he comes in, I'm gonna try and shoot him.
What's an awareness? Both of you, Toledo and Scarlett.
Don't worry, I got none of that.
She got 3.
That's like the best roll I could get for this session.
Toledo, what's an awareness? Toledo?
And
Oh, his audio's out.
yep. Your audio's out.
Okay, with 3 successes, I think you're gonna hear his footsteps from the outside. Unless you have Silence of Death active, which I need to clarify right now. But we
Is it
can't.
normal
There you
now?
go.
Yes.
Is there? Alright, what's an awareness, Toledo? To see if you can
Am I able to?
discern.
Can I assist Toledo by loudly being like, no, you don't hold it like that. You got to hold the barrel just up here, and you've got to make sure that the. It's fine.
It's fine.
He's gonna know.
I
Yeah,
know.
with 5 successes, Toledo, you hear Scarlett and Fletcher speaking about maybe the barrel of a gun, holding it up to a particular way. And this has happened before, and you know exactly what your student is up to now. You're probably gonna get shot the moment you open that door. So I leave it up to you how you decide on handling the situation.
Fucking talking about a barrel. Is he? Did he give her a bigger gun? You know what? Yeah. All right. Let's do this. He is going. No, I mean, this is a part of trading. He's gonna go for it. He's gonna. Okay. Get himself pumped up. Get his hat on straight. And he's gonna go in ready to dodge. It's gonna activate some fleetness.
Okay.
Okay. You don't even need to
Nice.
do that. Oh my god.
Okay. And you're gonna just walk in the door with the quickness.
With the quickness.
Okay, let's see that composure and firearms. Scarlett, and Toledo Dex and Athletics.
I got none of that. It's fine. Got 3! Oh, look at that! I'm still rolling good. What's going on? I don't want this. This is the best I could roll.
5.
Okay. As you walk in that door, time kind of slows down for you just a little bit, or everyone is slowed down for you, except for you. You're moving, as mentioned, with a quickness. And as Scarlett, you see her sort of perched up. No, not perched up, but rather she's holding the shotgun in your direction. She immediately pulls the trigger, and though no fire sort of comes out, no gunpowder is, kind of smelled by you or anyone. With your reflexes, your fleetness, you immediately turn to the side, almost Matrix style, as if you were anticipating to get shot, and you dodge everything completely, even though there was no fire at all. And time picks back up after that shot is heard and rang out the entirety of the building.
Hi.
Wait, was it? It was loaded or wasn't loaded?
It wasn't loaded.
So it wouldn't make any noise then, right? Would it just be a click?
Oh, sorry, a click is heard.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. He'll do a super sweet dodge. Nothing happened, and he'll just grab the shotgun. The hell? He'll sort of look down the barrel, test the trigger. Gun's broke.
There's your
I would have
first
dodged
lesson.
it anyway.
Your first lesson, Scarlett, is to check that the gun's fucking loaded.
Okay.
Scarlett. Also, The whole fucking block's gonna hear if you set this thing off. You know that, right?
Well, I'd imagine Fletcher would know about that.
Yeah, you just put a pillow on it.
Yeah, but he said that it doesn't work.
Not for a
It
shotgun.
works in the movies.
It works for a small handgun, Toledo, but not a shotgun.
No, watch. Give me a bullet and a pillow. I'll show you.
You know what? Fine. I'm gonna pull out a shotgun shell. Go right ahead, sir.
You know that we got like people hunting kindred around. We don't want.
I'm gonna load it.
It's a gun.
Grab a pillow. All right, Scarlett, you stay right there.
I am not. I'm gonna stay behind Fletcher.
No, he's not gonna shoot it.
I don't want to be.
No, but you know what? I like us getting up in the training. You're getting a little better. I noticed you're a little quicker with the updrawn at that time. I'll sort of toss the gun to Fletcher.
That's true. You're a lot better than when you originally started. Good job.
Thank you.
So, what is on our agenda for the evening? Anyone have had anything interesting to report?
I've been here.
I met my papa.
He's in town?
Yeah. For 6 months now, currently.
How did you know that? Why are you just now meeting him?
I only got the address from Lyanna. She's been hiding.
Hmm. What's he doing here?
Laying low, most likely.
That's it? He just came here to hide randomly? And you just found out about it?
Yeah.
Alright.
My organization is in a mess apparently, and I have seen Lyanna being all frazzled about it. So might be time for someone to step up. My papa is not acting like himself anymore.
Hang on, are you suggesting that you want to step up for the big bad brother?
I have been training for it my whole life. I grew up learning the ropes.
Don't take this the wrong way, Scarlett. But you can barely fire a gun.
Listen, the leader of the Brata doesn't have to dirty their hands. It's all about negotiation. It's all about making deals. It's all about making sure that everything goes smoothly. And you make sure that your agents deal with the issues.
And I'm sorry, you're gonna be the one in charge of things going smoothly? Oh, you're not joking. Okay. Shit. Yes, girl, that sounds great. Sounds like right up your alley.
Alright. Well, I guess it is, time for you to grow up and leave the cuckoo's nest and take on some responsibility, I suppose.
I am curious, though. How normal is it for the leader of an organization such as that, when something goes wrong, to go running in their room and covering the room in shadows and being pissy? You're taking on a whole new thing. We give you your space.
No, Toledo, you misunderstand. You keep saying this is a whole new thing. This is not a new thing. This is what I'm comfortable with. All these disciplines, all these new things that I am experiencing as a kindred, this is new to me. All this new politics thing with the Camarilla, the anarchs, the Sabat, everything, those are all new. But the mafia, their business, That's old. That's comfortable.
You have to understand, Scarlett, that now that you are what you are, our politics seeps in. Your brother is human for now. But in a couple nights, in a month, in
They're
a
not
year...
anymore. They're not anymore. My papa was pissed off because apparently he just found out that he thought they were in charge, but no. Our kind is in charge. And
Yeah.
I would like to take that back.
Scarlett, you're thinking these are two different worlds. I cannot think of anything that would better prepare you for Camarilla politics and organized crime. It is a very short leap between those two. I am not cut out for vampire politics. You should be. This is what I'm saying. I don't think you'll be bad at this job. I'm saying you need to realize you're also can be good at being a kindred.
It's
Using the exact same skill set.
it's very hard for people to take me seriously if us, none of, except for Fletcher, who has a status with the Camarilla. I got nothing. I got no leverage at all in the Camarilla, Toledo.
Yeah, you got to take it
Yeah.
or be born into it. It sounds like without your leg up, without your ace in the hole, you're just willing to give up on the Camarilla thing. I'm saying I think you have what it takes to actually start playing their games and beating them at their games. Because I ain't gonna do it. Fletcher sure as hell ain't gonna do it. This coterie needs someone like you who can navigate those things.
I fought for 200 years to get where I am, Scarlett. I bloodied my hands, I ripped off heads, and I tore them asunder. I had to kill a specific Sabbat member, a bishop, to get where I am.
Is the
But-
bishop a really high-ranking member?
It's pretty high up there, yes.
Oh.
But that's a long and hard path. Your path. What you need. My secrets are these things. That's my power, my strength. Your strength, Scarlett, if you're going to play political, is you need knowledge. You need secrets. You need leverage. You need to talk. And you need to know when to not talk, etc., etc.
Right. Me and Fletcher are very good at removing people from the equation.
Mhm.
You have the skill set to bring them in, control them. I have been gifted with so many talents. I am practically a genius. I'm a badass. I'm attractive. I'm suave. I have all these things going for me, but I cannot do it all, Scarlett. This is the one thing I need you for.
Alright. So you're saying I need to make nice with people in the Camarilla, find out their dirt on them.
Quite the opposite, Scarlett. You need to make nice with the right people and play dirty with the right people as well.
And that's what's nice about having me and Fletcher around. You can afford to step on more toes than one in your position usually can, because you got us backing you up.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna be called an upstart if I've ever seen one. Fucking.
Everyone's an upstart compared to how things were 20, 30 years ago.
Yeah.
I mean, the prince, most people think he's an upstart. He kind of is, in the grand scheme of things. If there's any city where you can make it as an upstart, this is the one.
Yeah. Shining jewel of the Camarilla.
And your interest with your family business can go hand in hand with the Camarilla business. Like, you've noticed everyone in the Camarilla, that's anyone, has their hand in something that the kind have. That's how they don't get to where they are because they control a lot of vampires. They get to where they are because they are good at controlling the humans.
The Succubus Club, Blue Velvet, Red Number 5, wherever the hell it is that Sierra is. You know, all these places.
Yama?
Yeah, whatever.
Her dealings are
Yeah.
so legal.
So if you want them to take you
Alright.
seriously as a kindred, you need to show that you can take control of the kind.
Alright. Might as well do that. It's a direction at least.
And I think that is what you desperately need. Direction. I've got plenty going for me. Fletcher has. Are you making another bomb? It looks like.
No, it's a science project.
It's
You
a
mix.
gigantic.
I do not have the mental capacity to.
You'll see. I'll put baking soda in it, and it'll look like a volcano. It'll go everywhere. It'll be great.
Point is, we got our things. We know what we're doing. You got to find your thing. But it's important not to lose yourself on the way, which is why I think our business with Catherine should maybe take priority.
Yeah, I need to get her out of there.
Who is Catherine?
She's someone I care for. Used to be the girlfriend of a classmate who died during Elysium.
Yeah. All you have to say is that you care for them, Scarlett. I get you. What do we need to do?
She's still stuck in that hospital.
Let's get her out.
Where would we bring her though? She needs help. Mental help.
It's up to you. You're making the call.
Yeah, maybe let's temporarily bring her to the church first. Until I
Okay.
can find a permanent thing. Hopefully I can pull some strings with the Bratva with that, but we'll see how much I can actually pull. That's my plan for tomorrow. Do any of you want to join me to meet my papa?
Scarlett, I would love to.
We deal with these problems together. I'll come.
Yeah.
So do you think he is going to hand over the keys to the store, as it were? Or how's this going to work? My understanding of these organizations, sometimes there's sort of a hierarchy of things, or a passing along the blood, or a chosen successor, but usually it's a hostile takeover.
Not for us. It's always been family business. Started as such, I will keep it as such.
Then
Got
where's
you.
Lyanna play into all this?
She's part of our organization. Probably higher up than my papa.
Are you sure you're not Hakata?
No? I
Just
wish
asking.
that I get the
you-
ghost that I wanted.
I don't know, family business just rings a few bells.
I have heard the Italian mob is part of the Hecata, so they're rivals. Either that
Friendly
or
rival.
if we can make a deal with the Hecata.
Oh,
Interesting.
yeah, nobody makes deals with them. You shouldn't talk to them.
Who knows? Might be a good path to explore.
So,
Well, once things settle down in the city, I think our paths are going to cross with them one way or another. It's just, we still have that party that got rescheduled.
God, don't remind me.
You'll be fine. You just have to shower and then you'll be fine. And probably change your khaki pants into
It's not
some...
me showering that I'm worried about, it's them.
Oh.
You ever met Hikata? You know how we look at least somewhat human? Some of them look just like corpses.
Yeah.
And they smell like it too.
I mean, I have met some people that smells like corpses walking around in the alleyways of Chicago, but yes.
I know, but they don't look like it entirely.
Oh. Wait, they are the clan that deals with the zombies, right?
The zombie ones are the cooler ones. There's nothing cooler than a zombie fight. When they get the spirits involved, it's just sort of lame because, I
It's a
mean,
bit unfair.
yeah, it's just me swinging a sword around in the air.
So
it's a
what?
pain.
What can we
Zombies?
do
That's cool.
if Ghost starts attacking?
Me and Toledo run, you use your arms to grab it, and you run.
I've
Oh.
actually got some for that.
Oh, what?
Wait,
Yeah. So I'm just sort of working on the side. I'm gonna head to my room and get the 3 rodeo shirts that I've put wards on against spirits.
no fucking way.
No!
Mine's black with sort of cool embroidery going.
Fucking shit.
Fletcher's has like a little bit of like wolf embroidery going on the side of his. His is red. And then Scarlett's is blue. And hers has got like a little rhinestone action going on. Now these patterns are to distract from the fact that worked into the fabric with my own vitae are wards to where if any spirit were to touch you or try to possess you or do anything like that, they would be rebuffed.
I don't want to show up in a party wearing this.
Well, at least you got the
I
color
mean, we
right.
gotta wear it now, but when it's time to deal with the Yakata, that's what it's gonna be.
Impressive, Toledo. Very impressive.
I've been doing my homework. Unlike
Right.
Scarlett, I am an excellent student.
Hey,
I mean, it is what it is.
I try my best.
So yeah, keep those in a safe place. Do not put them in the washer. Those are hand wash only.
Yeah, that's Scarlett.
Sister Isadora, we got a cleaner we use if you need them freshened up with that. They'll make sure all the rhinestones stay on. But yeah, otherwise my gift to you for the time being.
You got Ante-Ghost. Great. Is that why I haven't seen my ghost buddy in a while?
No, it's because I nailed down everything. They can't move anything.
Oh. This is why we
Eventually, I'm
can't
gonna
have
get us
any-
rodeo shirts to where if any kindred touch us, it's gonna fuck them up.
What?
You'll see. I'm not gonna tell you about it. I'm gonna let you find out the hard way. You're gonna go touch me one day, and
How come you
Yeah,
never
I-
teach me all the cool stuff?
you're not smart enough. I'm sorry.
It's a lot of work. And those things burn like hell, Toledo.
You've experienced that?
Yeah. Feels like your insides are on fire, literally. And they probably are, literally.
I can do something like that too.
I am
Anyway,
not doing any of your laundry, Toledo.
I would not trust you with my laundry. That is a very important duty that only Sister Isadora is trusted with. But Catherine, speaking of the good sister, shall we retrieve her? And when do you want to meet your father? You want to knock all this out in one night?
No. No, my papa is asleep. He needs rest. Do it tomorrow.
Okay.
Very well.
When do you want to deal with Catherine? Tonight or tomorrow?
Tonight? Unless Fletcher is still want to finish or do something to stabilize his ticking thing.
The only thing I'm concerned about with this is returning to the hospital at all is not entirely wise.
Yeah.
I mean, it's no one's domain anymore. There's no kind ruling over it.
But there's the Inquisition and police around.
Yeah, we can go check it out. I mean, it's pretty easy to get past police.
Just
We'll do with the Inquisition.
Question. If she finds out.
Jessica has no idea what she's blaming us for anymore. She didn't. She tried to hit it. She tried shotgun effect to blame us for all sorts of shit. None of it stuck, and we got punished anyway. The only thing that got us for is I killed Genghis, and you got punished for that. I don't know. We're done with the Jessica. We've done what we had to do.
Okay.
Should be simple enough to deal with. I mean, and you have a documented history with this woman, so it's not like it's weird that you're at the hospital. All the Kindred know about our connection to Colin. So.
All right.
Okay, let's head out. Now? Question mark? Do you still have blood bags, Toledo?
I can get some. Ever since doing what we did, I think I can actually use them again. So I'll have to start restocking.
No. Okay. Let's go.
All right. I'll drive.
Right, so you guys are going to the hospital. Well, it's not the hospital. It's like a it's like what do you call it? A mental health patient sort of clinic. But you guys your plan is to take Catherine. Where do you guys plan to put her?
The church.
Okay. Do you let the deceased door know about this beforehand?
Yes, I'll let her know.
Okay. Send her a text message, and as you guys are on your way there. Okay. Now, there's two hospitals that Newberry supposedly owns. The one you guys attacked was Lake Shore, and Catherine wasn't there. Where Catherine is being held is where you staked out the second night, I believe, of your investigation, Toledo, and that's where your journey is gonna take you.
Oh, even better.
As you guys make your way there, you guys make any quick pit stops or anything like that, or just straight?
Bite, maybe?
Okay.
Or just
How do you
pop
feed?
in the front, like, I'm hungry. Fast food?
Yeah, I'll go somewhere.
I guess we can stop at McDonald's or whatever. We can get some drive-through. Kids.
Yeah, quick hunt.
How do you feed?
Probably alley cat style.
Okay. Since you guys are not hunting in your domain, go ahead and make a wits and awareness roll first.
I got a 1.
With one success, you don't see anyone isolated. You do see a couple people in alleyways and whatnot. You can't discern if they're gonna, peel apart from each other and whatnot, or they're just there. But some alleyways are just simply empty. Unless you take your time to hunt, you're not gonna get anyone.
Yeah, I'm just gonna go back to the car and go like, there's nobody around that I can hunt. Let's just go.
Okay.
If you don't want to take the time to hunt, then I guess you guys are just gonna make your way to the clinic. Journey takes you up north, past the Gold Coast of Chicago, onto a place you've been to before, Toledo. There is a drive that goes up this hill, and it's like a 1 or 2 story sort of facility. There is a glass wall door entrance that kind of slides past whenever someone is entering through, and inside there is a receptionist sort of table or desk. And you see one of the receptionists there, seemingly just doing their paperwork and whatnot, checking people in and out of the place. It is late. It's around 1 or 2 a.m. Visitation is actually done. But how do you all proceed with getting Catherine out of here?
What's that plan of action?
You want to sneak her out or use your powers of persuasion?
I don't really want to be seen. I'm pretty sure they have cameras and there'll be like those cameras.
Could be.
Well, I mean,
any
as long as there's no incident, like this was not a place where anything happened that they would really be looking for kind activity. So the smoother we are, the less reason people have to look for it.
Mm-hmm.
Really got to use my persuasion skills, but I guess it's the best time to learn.
All you gotta do is walk in, give him that Jedi mind trick, and walk out.
Alright, let's try it. I'm gonna go.
And I'll be around in case things go weird.
I'll keep the engine hot.
And I will use my obfuscate stuff, including vanish.
Let's see that rouse check. Got a little hungry.
The hunger rises.
Okay. As you disappear from plain sight, Scarlett, I imagine you step out of the vehicle. What do you do?
I'm gonna go in the front door.
Okay. Up above, you can see the sign in big lettering, Chicago Read Mental Health Center. And as you try to enter in, the sensor doesn't pick you up at first until a person sort of, it takes some time. And you have to wait for someone to exit out of the building before you can actually get in. You make your way inside the lobby, and behind the receptionist desk stands an African-American gentleman who seems to be just tired as he's working night shift, and he kind of is doing a bit of paperwork, but he looks at you a little droopy-eyed as he says, I'm sorry, ma'am, visitation is done for the evening. Can I help you with something?
I'm not here for visitation. I'm here to check out my sister.
Okay, what's her name?
Catherine. What's her last name? What's Catherine's last name?
What is her last name? What's your touchstone's last name?
Oh my god, fucking Collins.
Jacobs?
Colin Jacobs.
Colin? Who's Colin?
Huh?
Who's calling?
Colin's...
You mean Catherine?
No, I meant like Colin's girlfriend. God damn it.
You say that to that
Jacobs.
person?
No, obviously not. Catherine Jacobs.
Okay, ma'am, you do know that patients need to be checked out in the morning.
Oh, but I was
Yeah, we can
told.
prepare the paperwork for you.
No, but I was
and
told that it would be in the evening.
Who told you that, ma'am? It's literally here. And
I'm-
you look over behind him, there is a sign that says visitation times as well as checkout times.
Pretty sure it was you. Can't you remember? Can I use
No.
Pretty sure you can remember. I'll use mesmerize in it.
You use mesmerize. Go ahead and roll your rouse check to make him remember something he doesn't
Can it be
remember at all.
forgetful mind? Get hungrier. Forgetful mind can make them forget.
Hard to use.
But the critical win creates a flawless imprint. I'll use forgetful mind.
What?
I'm gonna try and change his memory. Make him think that he did say that and he agreed to it.
Okay. What do you say to him? Exactly.
I'm pretty sure you were the one who told me that I can and I will be able to check out my sister out of this hospital.
Okay. You roll your rouse check. Okay, cool. You look into his eyes as you say those words, and you see his eyes sort of sleepily glaze over as he just looks at you and he kind of shakes his head. Did I? Oh shit. I'm sorry, it's really late at night. Catherine Jacobs, and he kind of just types it in the computer system. He presses enter a few times. He says, "Oh, I'm sorry, there's something wrong with our system.
That's
It's
alright, I'm just gonna go sit down over there while waiting."
miraculously." As you step away from the desk, the computer starts working. He said, "Oh, ma'am, the patient. I'm sorry, what was your name? Can we see some identification, please?"
Oh, I left my stuff. I thought you said that it's all fine.
We need to have you sign a couple of paperworks.
Yeah. We already talked about it, remember?
Did we? There's nothing in the records here in the computer, man.
Are you
Yeah,
sure
I
you're
don't
just
know.
not
Maybe I
tired?
forgot.
You look exhausted. How long have you been working around this today?
My shift started about 2 hours ago.
But I do remember that you have been talking about, you've been working overtime this past few months.
He kind of just shakes his head.
What does
He
that mean?
just simply puts out his clipboard and he just says, "Just sign right here, ma'am."
I'm gonna sign. Then put it back.
As he tries to put the thing in the computer once again, it kind of goes haywire.
I'm
I
gonna
imagine you step away,
step away,
and
probably.
he does the thing again and says, "Okay, I think everything is cleared out, ma'am." And he gestures for one of the helpers to guide you into the place, but to kind of have this look of bewilderment as you're not allowed to, and they kind of have this conversation between the both of them, and they don't exactly know what to do in this particular situation. You overhear them arguing about how you're not supposed to have people checked out at this hour.
I'm gonna approach them and then use awe and go like, I'm sorry, gentlemen, is there a problem?
Yes, ma'am. It clearly says in the rules that we're not allowed to have people, released without signing from the physician, the psychiatrist, and the family or whoever is in the immediate care of this particular patient.
Yes, but your colleague already signed it out, though.
I don't sure about this because we do have protocols. And have you seen our physician?
I mean, can't you like just bend the rules a little bit for me?
Okay, let's see the manipulation and persuasion roll.
Does good luck apply?
No.
Alright.
Toledo, just watching this?
Silently screaming, yes.
Okay. Oh god, with 8 best
With the best.
messy crit. As you
There we go.
say those words to him, you see Toledo from the corner of your eye. You see her fangs pop in this moment as you can tell the beast has come out just for her to mention these few words that she wants to be in control of the situation. And you can tell these two individuals notice this as well as they kind of just look. Whoa, ma'am, who did you say you were again?
Toledo is going to appear as if he's just like walking from the side, like he's been in the room or coming from somewhere off out of the peripheral.
Ma'am?
Hey, good evening. Sorry to interrupt. Miss,
Yes?
look these gentlemen in the eye. Tell them to go get Catherine and bring her out to you. And then make sure they don't remember any of that happened. We're burning moonlight here.
I'm gonna flash a fang.
And put your teeth away.
Alright, I'm gonna turn to the gentleman and say, like, just go get Catherine Jacobs and bring her back here.
Okay. With your 8 successes in your manipulation roll, he kind of just wildly, not wildly, but more like confusedly nods his head as he just goes forward into one of the hallways, and at some point he wheels out Catherine Jacobs. You can see her very frail body, sort of skinny. Her hair is like kind of messy, and she's wearing like a white patient's clothing outfit. But she is not all there. She just sits there. Her hands are sort of over each other on her lap, and she just seems to be stunned.
Father, if you will take Miss Jacobs away?
I will, and make sure to remind these gentlemen that a family member came and signed her out. Catherine, if you'll come with me. Gentlemen?
Okay. Catherine is on a wheelchair, and you can ask her to stand up if you want to.
I'll wheel her out.
Okay.
I'm gonna look at the gentleman. Oh my god. I'm gonna tell them that thank you very much for taking care of my sister. Tell your higher ups that it was great. It was a great pleasure working with this hospital. Just gonna walk.
Thank you, ma'am. And they kind of just nod to each other, and they go back to
This is
work.
gonna stop. No, Scarlett, like you do the thing.
I'm too hungry.
I would
Or
do the thing.
okay, fine. I'm gonna make them forget. I'll be like you. The only thing that you can remember is that family members signed out Catherine Jacobs. With forgetful mind. For fuck's
You're
sake.
gonna do forgetful mind. There's two people here, and you don't have mass manipulation.
Yeah,
so
I don't have.
do you have cloud memory?
Nope. God damn it, Toledo. I remember where these
Do it twice. Bite one of them if you got to after.
Okay.
Oh God.
I use
That's-
that on
And also,
one
don't
person.
do it out here.
I'll be like, gentlemen, can we, I forgot, I'm sorry, but, do you have an office that we can talk about this? I have some issues that I want to bring up to you, staff, before I actually bring it to the higher-ups. I want this
Sure,
complaint
ma'am.
to just balloon.
Okay. Sure. Yeah. Okay. And they bring you to a nearby, maybe office break room or something like that. And one of the individuals just there. The receptionist stays put where he is, of course, because he's the receptionist. But yeah, the guy brings you there.
Yeah, how
What
many
can I help
people
you
is
with?
this in the room?
It's a break room. There's probably one person sleeping off to the side. It's a night shift. And then there's this guy.
Actually, there wasn't a complaint. I just wanted to get you alone. You're kind of cute.
We'll stick with your 8 successes as your fangs are still protruding.
I'm going to feed on this guy.
Yeah, go for it. How much blood do you take from this dude?
2,
How much hunger are you at?
4.
Frenzy roll, please.
Oh my god. Toledo. 5. I'll be fine.
Okay. With 5 successes, you are able to keep your beasts at bay, but it whispers to you constantly that you should probably tear this place apart.
Not now. Try to do this perfectly.
It's like 2 hunger.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Then after I do that, I'm just going to tell him like, you remember talking to a nice sister of Catherine Jacobs who checked her out with all of the documents properly done up. You understand?
Using forgetful mind, yeah. His eyes just glaze over, and he just subconsciously nods at you.
Alright. Well, you have a nice evening. I look at his name tag.
Yeah, he's still under the effects of the kiss, so he's just like
Yeah.
mulling there, a little numb. No, not numb, but in ecstasy. But I imagine you're gonna go over to the receptionist. What do you use forgetful mind as well?
Mm-hmm.
Do that rouse check. Okay, and what do you say to him?
The same thing. Like,
Okay.
the sister of Catherine Jacobs did all the paperwork properly, checked her out.
Okay, right. Their eyes glaze over, and same thing. Same thing happens, and I imagine you walk out. Toledo and Fletcher, before Scarlett gets there, you would notice that Catherine is just there. Just you see him from your perspective, Fletcher, that this poor, fragile girl is just being wheeled out by our father, Professor Toledo. And you get to the vehicle, and I imagine you place her gently within the vehicle, and you put the wheelchair away.
Yeah, put it in the trunk next to the sniper rifle and grenades. And get in the
Hey, make sure she
passenger
doesn't
seat.
damage my rifle. If she touches that thing, I swear to God.
No, I'm not putting her in the trunk. Putting the wheelchair
The
in the
wheel-
trunk.
Oh my.
Oh,
Jesus.
sorry.
Christ,
It's force
Fletcher.
of habit. Leave me alone.
He's just gonna quietly say a prayer to himself for his own sanity.
Eventually, Scarlett comes back to the vehicle with a big smile on her face, I imagine. And the three of you reconvene within the vehicle.
I'm did great. I think I did great. I feel accomplished. Got there, I went almost... I hunted. Then I told the beast to fuck off.
Okay, Scarlett, this is a Catherine, if you don't remember. Our very normal guest.
Oh. How?
She's not doing great. We're gonna get her some help.
Yeah. Let's do that.
Where are we going?
Church. Sister Isidora's should have stuff ready for her. We got... She can have Celia's old room.
All right. Church it is.
Okay. Is there any conversation in transit?
Toledo will... I mean... Catherine seems out of it, but he's not sure how much he's able to retain or hear or whatnot. So he'll still explain the situation to her. I mean, she knows who he is, or did. So he'll just explain that we've checked her out, and we understand that. What was Newberry's mask? What was he going by? Dr.
Loomis.
Dr. Loomis. Yeah. So we understand that he was mistreating her, but
Evil man.
he's been fired, and we're gonna help her get better.
Okay. You guys arrive at the church itself. And a funny thing happens the moment you guys, I imagine you put her in the wheelchair and you try to wheel her in. A funny thing happens the moment that you guys arrive and you put her on the wheelchair and you start wheeling her towards this haven. She begins crying. Tears just swelling up in her eyes, and as they kind of just flow down her cheeks, as they drip towards her lap. Constant flow.
Oh, Toledo. I'm gonna tug at his shirt. Remember you said that Collins was your student thing and he comes here and stuff?
Yeah, this I think she's been here before actually.
Every time
I tried helping Colin.
Yeah, every time I say Colin's name before she starts crying, so
yeah, that was very traumatic. Nothing wrong with crying though.
You would see
Might just be painful for her, but it's better than where she was.
Sister Isidora approaching along with Claudia. Oh dear. Indeed you are right, Father Toledo. Claudia, and she kind of sets Claudia down on a pew before she says, I'll take care of her.
Claudia, I was gonna say, who the hell is Claudia? I forgot we already dumped another person on her.
Sister is
Running a full orphanage now.
babysitting.
Thank you very much, sister.
Thank you very much as well, sister, for doing this.
She just nods and just wheels Catherine off to the church, perhaps check on her. But the scene is left up to you three and what you want to do for the rest of the evening.
All right. How do you feel?
Relieved. Seen Catherine's in a safe space. Probably have to bring her to a safer place eventually to get her the help she needs. Seen my papa?
Yeah, she'll be good here. Sister Isidora's she's stern, but she's actually quite motherly.
Isn't that a requirement to be a nun, or is that not a
No.
thing?
No, being nice is not a requirement to be a nun.
Oh. I don't know anything about nuns.
I do. And I won't speak ill of them, but I've ran into some rough ones. Sister Isadora was one of the good ones. There's plenty of good ones, but she's one of them. One of the best. But yeah, we're gonna owe her after this. She's doing a lot. Especially doing a lot for you, Scarlett, because she can't stay in your ass. But
Yeah.
what's important is Catherine will be safe, and she'll be able to begin to heal. Not only from what Newberry did to her, but maybe we could start getting into the stuff with Colin.
Yeah.
I'll make sure to spend time with her and talk to her. Obviously, you're welcome here anytime.
Of course, I'll talk to her too. I still feel kind of guilty about Collins. He was saying some stuff to me before I got thrown off.
Again, you're quick to take the blame for things that aren't your fault. In our line of work, bad things are going to happen to the people around us and the people we care about. All we could do is do our best to protect them. It's not our fault when something bad happens, but
Yeah, there's another person unaccounted for, at least in my person.
Fletcher, you notice Claudia take a peek at you. She quickly turns away when you perhaps look at her.
Yeah, figures.
Hmm?
Hmm?
You were saying?
Nothing. No, nothing.
No. Anyway, I'll leave the mafia stuff to tomorrow. Dealing with my papa might be a lot. Or either that or you guys can be friends, I don't know. She's similar to Lyanna. He loves to drink. Tell crazy Russian stories.
If he's anything like Lyanna, we're gonna have a very...
He's not a kindred though, Fletcher. Take it easy.
It ain't that. Lyanna is not exactly what one would call a role model. It's lucky you turned out the way you did.
lucky for who?
Everybody. Everyone in the city.
Also, do you know her actual position in all of this organization, or you just assume she's higher up? Because we need to make sure we're not putting you in a position where you're just gonna be working for her.
I don't know exactly. That's what I'm here to find out. But I know that she's part of our family. I have seen, before I got embraced, I have seen Shara around, talk to my papa, and then the next night I got embraced and there was a lot of La Sombras around. Maybe it's just darkness. And Lyanna's the one who picked me up, told me I am now kindred.
So when all this comes to pass, say everything goes swimmingly, you end up in your father's position. How would you like your relationship with Lyanna to continue? If she comes in and be like, cool, you're in charge now, but I'm in charge of you, you gonna play ball with that?
Of course not, Toledo. Like you said, it's always a hostile takeover. Just have to bid my time.
So you're willing to go against your sire?
If I find out that she's doing something that ruins my family, then yes.
Now you're
Good to
thinking
know.
like a kindred.
Told you. Same skill set.
Same thing.
Except for me, my sire's pretty cool. I didn't have to do any of that.
Your
But you
sire-
never talk about your sire. Who is your sire?
Probably dead. I don't know.
You didn't kill him?
I hope I did. I don't remember. They buried me 6 feet underground.
Oh. That explains a lot.
Yeah.
Good to know.
Let's just get home or something, or kill or break something.
No, I mean, we could just go home. That's what normal
Let's
people
just-
do.
Go home and rest and try to make sense of this chaos that's happening in this freaking city.
Yeah.
And
Let's do
tomorrow,
that.
the 3 dads will meet. As
The
told
Father,
in the prophecy.
the Father, the Son, the Holy Ghost. Good Lord.
The Holy Toledo. I don't want this. Is it too late to back down from this?
Does it make
Yes,
me
it
the
is.
Son? That doesn't. I don't like that.
Why did you automatically assume that you're the son?
I'm definitely not the Holy Ghost. That's your dad. And then we've got Father. Yeah, I don't like. Let's not talk about this anymore.
Yeah,
I don't
let's
like
You're
it.
the son.
No.
Think of it like the other sun. Like the sun when you blow up a whole damn building. Like a supernova.
Oh, yeah.
You always know what to say, Toledo.
I have many skills. All right, well, this is my stop. I'm just staying here. Y'all want to meet up back here tomorrow before we head out to meet?
Yeah.
Very well.
I'll be-
All right. See you then.
Head back to the Haven.
Yeah.
Okay. As you guys make your way back to the Haven, is there any other things you'd like to do before the end of the evening?
It's gonna help set things up with Catherine.
Okay.
Probably
Fletcher.
mention to Fletcher. You know, something that's been bothering me.
Lay it on me.
When I asked one of my father's men to drop me off like a block away from our haven, he dropped me off straight in our front door.
Everybody knows where we live.
Not them. They shouldn't know.
How do you think they know?
Lyanna.
It's likely.
I'm gonna get in the bottom of that.
As soon as the car stops at the Haven, to turn off the car, turn to Scarlett and just say, you know, you can't trust anyone.
Yeah,
Anyone, Scarlett.
not even you.
Not even me. A couple of nights ago, I lost my head and almost ripped yours off.
But you and Toledo are coterie or family, so
I'll do my best. I promise you that. I'll do my best. But these nights, especially recently, I'm slipping a little bit. And I need to trust you. Make sure I don't slip too far. Now that Alice is in the hospital, I don't have anyone.
you still got us.
Until some Justicar decides to lop off our heads.
That's why we need defenses. any political hold of some kind in the city, so that won't happen. Or at least they'll have second thoughts about doing that.
Yeah. Yeah. Just be careful who you talk to, what you say. Always give it a second thought.
Yeah, I'll do what I can. Just treat it like the mafia, like Toledo said. He said hand in hand.
Yeah.
Alright. Gonna head out.
Go with the
upstairs.
night.
Well, the night.
Okay. Fletcher. You
Don't tell me
Haven't-
my phone rings. Please, for the love of God.
might be worse. Might be worse.
Ugh.
You haven't fed your guests in a while.
Ugh.
Do you even pay them a visit?
No, I want them to suffer a bit. I haven't had an opportunity to make anyone hurt for how I've been feeling. So this is as best as I can get. Let them get hungry. Let them tear each other apart. And then when they're on the brink, then I'll feed them.
Okay. Then you and Scarlett would retreat back into the haven and eventually fall into day slumber. Toledo? You would notice that Claudia and Catherine are sort of in the same boat with regards to your coterie. Sister Isidore would approach you and say, Father Toledo, as much as I'd like to help these lost souls, there's only so much we can do on our part.
Both will hopefully be temporary. The little one. I mean, as soon as her mother's better, we'll get her there. Actually, we should probably find other family members to hopefully take care of her. It was just sort of a sudden rescue thing. I'm hoping we have a little more time with Catherine. Since things did not work out with Celia, maybe it was to make way for Catherine.
You
And
see
I
her
think
get
I'm
sad.
finally making headway with Scarlett.
Headway.
Yeah, I mean, she's a lot like me in a sense. I started thinking about when I was like her, when I was new. If I was not found and given a very clear purpose, who knows what would have happened. I needed to have a purpose. I needed to have a path. I needed to be of use. I needed to not be lost for a while before I was able to finally get in a place mentally and spiritually where I could then seek out other things. You can't ask someone to go from nothing to enlightenment. You gotta have some sort of stability, some sort of foundation there. And I realized that's what Scarlett has not had. She really has just been thrown in the wind, going this way and that, and taking the brunt of a lot of wild things out of her control. It will do her good to finally get control of something in her life. But people she cares about are very few and far between, so we need to make sure to protect them at all costs, like Miss Jacobs. Why? What are your concerns, sister?
Well, I was concerned But she was asking on how you were when you were younger.
You're concerned with what? Who's asking?
Scarlett was asking of embarrassing tales from your past.
Oh, she's looking for dirt on me?
Indeed.
Dirt slides right off. You can tell her whatever the hell you want. And honestly, you weren't there for the worst of it, sister, so.
You have told me many stories.
Yeah, I've told you everything. Bye.
Well,
And then we burned down Chicago. Yay! The end.
The next day rolls around. I imagine Toledo and Sister Isidore had a little bant before they went to sleep. But the day passes. Oh, go ahead.
No, that's fine. She to finish off the conversation, she didn't have any like pressing concerns or anything. I couldn't tell if she was trying to bring something serious to me or just wanted to let me know that Scarlett was trying to dig up some shit.
Yeah, she was just trying to get some info on you.
Got it. That's all I need.
A tattletale, you know. In any case, the next day rolls around. The sun rises. The city of Chicago comes back to life. Still, in lieu of recent events, a bit in chaos and disarray. But none of that sort of concerns all of you because you are in torpor, pretty much they slumber. The sun will soon sets out in the distance, and darkness once again returns as the night comes to. You all awaken with a rouse check as we begin the evening. Okay. Oh, Toledo and Fletcher. Wow, you guys are just nailing your rouse checks today. Scarlett, on the other hand, hungry again. What hunger are you at, Scarlett? Not too out there yet. The scene begins in the haven of which we have left off the previous night at church. Toledo, you don't awaken as your eyes snap open. You're used to seeing Sister Isidore preparing your evening clothes and whatnot, but she doesn't seem to be there. Of course, she has her hands full. So perhaps you might have to prepare your own clothing and iron your own
Prepare
pants.
my own pants.
Mm.
Damn. All right, what do you want me to roll?
Blasphemy.
He's just gonna wear what he wore the night before. He didn't get it dirty.
Sure. As you step out onto the corridor, it's empty, it's quiet, but as you make your way upstairs, you would notice that Minister Thomas is here speaking with Catherine, or trying to speak with Catherine. As he sits on a pew, he has a Bible ready. He seems to be reading a lecture or a sermon or something, while Sister Isidore is off to the side taking care of Claudia. There are a few passerbys here and there, church attendees. But what you do is completely up to you.
Yeah, I'll just give my normal greetings as I. Oh no, I guess that we're meeting here, so yeah, I'll just sort of hang out, listen to the sermon, socialize while I wait for the others.
Sure. Okay, no one in particular is here, perhaps to see you. And I guess if you just want to loll around and sit and listen in to whatever's happening, then there's absolutely nothing that concerns you at the moment.
Yeah, you just kind of participate with Father Thomas.
You would actually hear him speak of a few things you might be familiar with, a few things that may or may not coincide with your beliefs, or maybe are your beliefs, as he speaks about the topic of angels.
Does he always follow that doctrine? I thought before he didn't, right?
You intelligence and insight.
So I've been here for a minute. If I would have picked up on.
You have.
Intelligence inside. 2. Let's willpower that.
Sure. Let's see those two. Oh.
Nope. 2.
To your knowledge, he's probably just preaching about something you might be familiar with. Maybe he's just sounding the same. Maybe there's something more here.
Could I interest you in an occult check to see if I can parse between if this is just sort of general religious biblical things or things more specific to kindred religions?
Let's see that intelligence and occult roll. And if you have a specialty in religion, kindred religion, you may add that specialty die.
4. That's better.
4 successes. It will take you a bit of listening, but as Minister Thomas begins to speak of the time for reckoning, the time for redemption, the time that the heavens will soon descend upon those sinners, the angels will come. They will free those who are enslaved by the grasps of hell. At least that's what you get from your 4 successes. Of course, this is a long, drawn-out sermon, and you pick apart this immediately because of those successes. But you know what he's talking about. You know exactly this.
All right, okay. I haven't messed this in a while. I checked my notes. So I know that he is a retainer of faith. Got it. Okay. That's making more sense. Okay, yeah. I mean, I'll just listen. Yeah, I haven't heard another of the faith preach for a while. And while I am aware that faith is involved with it, haven't really had the time to engage with that or investigate further. So listening in while waiting
he would notice
give me some insight. I'm sorry?
As you're listening in, he would notice you as he looks towards you. And he says, speaking of our saviors, what is your input on this, Father Toledo? How does one seek redemption? How does one free themselves from the torture and burdens of the plane we walk in?
Well, as the good book says, we must try to emulate those who set out examples before us. The prophets and their wisdom seem to have things figured out, and while it seems more and more difficult to walk their paths in these modern nights, it is still a journey worth taking, no matter how difficult it may seem at times.
I see you have brought another lost soul to our holy sanctum. I appreciate you for that, Father Toledo. They need our help more than ever. Now more than ever.
You speak the truth, Father, you do. And while I appreciate your sermons and your words, I felt my calling is best, like I said, getting out there and sort of one-on-one shepherding those who need it.
Yes. Please, this place is always welcome to those who are in dire need of divine intervention.
I am happy to hear that. You keep doing your thing, and I will keep finding those who need saving.
Nods his head as he continues reading from the Bible to Catherine, who just sits there idly as she just stares blankly upon the ground. The scene pauses there as we cut We rewind time just a little bit to Fletcher and Scarlett as they awaken for the evening. Their eyes snap open. One of you a little hungrier than they were the previous night. But I imagine the both of you, change your clothes or maybe shower, and you find yourselves
Fletcher,
in the common room.
What?
you said you'd shower at least twice a week.
I remember that.
Ugh. It's gonna be hard to stealth our way in when you're smelling like somebody died on you.
On the contrary, hunting is easier when you blend in with the smell of Chicago.
Ugh.
I've been doing this for a long time, Scarlett. It's all tactical, it's all well thought out.
Yeah, but our house is smelling like death.
Don't look at me.
I'm gonna do a quick hunt around before we go because I don't want to be hungry around my papa.
Probably wise.
Do you want a bite to eat or?
I'm fine.
Okay. Scarlett, how do you hunt?
Just a quick hunt.
How?
Seduce someone with a corner.
On a corner?
Mhm.
On a corner? Okay. You are in your domain, so go ahead and roll your hunting style, your predator roll. Okay, 4 successes. You're able to find someone and lure them into a discreet location. Do you bring them home?
No.
Okay, then you do this outside. I imagine in a rather secluded area. There's not a lot of foot traffic or any kind of traffic, rather. And you feed upon them. How much blood do you take?
2.
As this is happening, Fletcher, go ahead and roll your resolve and composure. Okay. 3 successes. As you watched Scarlett take her leave and do her own thing, as she just asked, she just told you that she was going to go hunt. As you perhaps stay there in your haven, quietly working on your science project, you would begin to hear a whisper. Hungry. Please. It's like a whispered voice of a child. Please. I'm hungry.
I'm gonna flick all the big lights that I've set up in the apartment on all at once.
Mm-hmm. Please. Please, I'm hungry.
I don't give a fuck what you want.
Father, please. I need you. Yeah. With those 3 successes, you resist these whispers, the urge to perhaps help whoever was calling out to you. And as you stay there, continuing on your project, you would constantly hear it. Just other whispers, silky and smooth, not smooth, but rather pleading. You can feel the hunger in their voice as they ask for it constantly. But as you're not driven into madness by this, but you constantly hear the echoes of these callings. It is interrupted as Scarlett opens the door to your apartment and the room goes quiet.
What? You look like you've seen a ghost.
Can we just...
Alright, I'm done. Let's go. You sure you don't need a drink? You look troubled again. But again, it's like not different from your usual look. Never mind, I'm just gonna go shut up now and go straight to the car.
Yeah, let's go.
Okay. Imagine the quiet drive there doesn't take you too well. Downtown to the west side takes a bit of time as it's still early in the night. There's a bit of traffic, but an hour goes by and eventually you guys get to Toledo's place, the church haven. You would notice that there are still a few churchgoers here. Some of them are leaving, but you immediately see Toledo, perhaps just sitting there quietly as he's listening to the local minister speak to Catherine and some other people around about the holy ordain.
Really? You're really into this kind of thing, Toledo?
How are you gonna walk in here and stank face the literal church? What the hell is wrong with you? You disrespectful little fucks. All right, yeah, let's go. Let's get out of here. You're embarrassing me.
Alright, let's go.
Thank God.
God damn, I swear. Y'all need Jesus, and I mean that in a literal way. All right. We're going to... Well, I guess, yeah, you give the man directions. Are you,
Yep,
have you called him? Does he know we're coming? Is there like a heads up, or are we just showing up and will that be cool?
No, I told them that I'll be back the next night, so... We'll see. They'll probably have guns out and stuff until they see me.
Joy.
And is he is aware of what you are?
Yeah.
Okay, so we don't have to keep the masquerade around him then?
No. But the other people around him doesn't know. They're new.
Okay.
Don't know any of them, and I don't.
Wait,
know
so
any of them.
who's responsible for him? Lyanna?
Lyanna.
So he's like a ghoul to her.
No. I don't think so.
Usually, well, she's not really Camarilla, so who knows? But typically, if
Wow.
someone's in on the game, yeah, I guess technically she is now, isn't she?
She is now.
Usually, you let a kind in on what we do. There needs to be some insurance that they're not gonna spill. Usually a ghouling or a bonding or... But I don't know. I guess if she's in charge of the whole thing, maybe she's just... Her iron fist is enough. We'll see. It'll be interesting to explore.
You guys hate my sire.
What gave it away? Thought I was doing a bang-up job.
No.
I mean, she's easy on the eyes. She ain't all bad.
Okay. Yeah, they're each their own, I guess.
You're not into that?
Definitely not. Jesus.
Yeah, Fletcher's type is the homie, like nice.
Yeah, he likes a trad wife. I don't know. I'm
like-
into sort of the dark, I don't know, little edge.
I like people who are simple and honest. And Lyanna is the opposite of those things.
Yeah, but she's fun. But you're right, and she ain't the type of girl you bring home to your sire.
Can we
so.
stop talking
Exactly
about my
right.
sire like that? This is embarrassing. I don't want to hear you gush over Lyanna either. We just
I'm
not
ain't
talk
gushing.
about
I
her.
ain't gushing either.
If anything, she'll be gushing if I have my way.
I'm-
All right, let's go.
Can we
talk
just
to your
go?
father.
Just go.
I'm gonna activate mental toughness to forget. Actually, no, I'm gonna turn to Scarlett and be like,
Let's go.
make me forget, please.
Go.
I beg you.
Just go.
Fine, we're going.
No.
Some people don't like hearing the good word.
No. I I feel like I'm taking willpower damage. Just hearing Toledo talk.
Okay. The drive there, you guys take the highway and get off on 90-something. And eventually you guys get to the heavily wooded area of Chicago up in the north, just by the lake. It has a beautiful view. But eventually you guys make your way there. The same thing happens, Scarlett, as you guys pull up. You see these two suburban vehicles, these SUVs, big black SUVs, sort of just sandwich the vehicle as they kind of stop you in your tracks. As you see from the silhouettes, all three of you see the silhouettes of them kind of having their guns, their miniguns trained upon your vehicle.
I'm gonna climb out and show my face.
They immediately they don't drop their guns, but they drop their aggression towards you, but they point it towards the two other individuals.
It's fine, they're with me.
They kind of give a look to each other. And you see Aluna just standing there by the porch, cross-armed. She just shakes her head. Come on in.
Let's go.
Like the why?
The security detail, of course, keep their eyes locked upon all three of you. You can tell, you understand their apprehension with all this, being outsiders here. But eventually, the three of you get to the latter homey atmosphere of this two-story, kind of creepy old manor. As you guys walk inside, you notice the fur carpet and all that, as well as a staircase that's onto the left leads to the second floor. But in the middle of the room, there is a coffee table with 3 sofas surrounding it, with a few bottles of champagne and vodka prepared.
Papa, I'm home. I brought friends along.
You quickly hear a few shuffling footsteps upstairs, but eventually he kind of steps down, kind of in a bathrobe, as he kind of just smiles at all of you with his chest kind of exposed, as he kind of puts his hands on he rests them on his hips as he says, "Ah, my beautiful jewel," he says.
I'm just gonna go run up and hug him.
Yeah. You hug him, and he kind of just picks you up as he used to do when you were a child, and he kind of brings you down. His kind of loud and heavy footsteps kind of thumping down towards the first floor. He kind of looks at the two of you with a big, the fatherly kind of judgmental look as he gauges both you, Toledo, and Fletcher, with still Scarlett in his arms. Your friends.
Yes, they're my mentors when I was just starting here. As Toledo, and that's Sergeant Fletcher Wright.
Father Professor Toledo, it is a pleasure to meet you. I'll reach out my hand to shake.
Okay. As you do, he reaches out for his large muscular fingers, and he grabs onto yours, and he kind of squeezes a little too hard. But you have your kindred. This is nothing to you. I imagine you shake with equal force.
Yeah, I'll give him a nice firm shake.
Ha! He smiles at you. And he kind of says, Sergei Mikolov. And he kind of turns towards Fletcher, reaches out for your hand as well.
I'll shake it.
Okay. Squeezes it a little too tight as well, but since you have 4 dots in strength, this is like nothing to you as well. Sergeant, he says, you must have war stories.
More than I wish I had.
Then we can drink, he says as he sets you down, Scarlett. And he picks up the bottle of vodka.
Well, you guys can get to know each other. I'm gonna do some paperwork like usual, Papa. I'll be back.
What paperworks?
Oh, don't worry. Just enjoy yourself. It's fine.
Toledo, Fletcher, do you guys do anything here?
I'm just gonna look at Toledo and just give a shrug.
Oh, Papa, they love to drink, by the way. I heard Fletcher drank Lyanna under the table.
He slams his hand on the coffee table and it knocks a few of the glass shot glasses off to the side as he says, "Weak."
Yeah, let's do that.
Alright.
He then tosses you a bottle, Fletcher, and he tosses you another bottle, Toledo, of just vodka. And he says, let's begin.
I'm gonna lean into Toledo's and whisper, like, try to find out if he's Lyanna's fool or not. He talks when he's drunk.
We'll just nod.
I'll be back, Papa. I'm gonna go talk to Aluna. You boys have fun.
Okay, he studies the both of you, Toledo and Fletcher, for a while as he continually drinks the bottle of vodka.
Yeah, Toledo can drink. He's got that merit, so he will.
You have eat food, right?
Mm-hmm.
You have iron gullet as well? Okay, cool. Yeah. Fletcher, do you rouse the blood for blush of life to
Nah.
drink, or
It's just another human, doesn't matter.
yeah, for humanity? What's this human to you? So, tell me how wonderful life has become ever since you met my
It has
daughter.
been hell on earth. As I'm sure you know.
Oh. He starts drinking even more. Do I know it? But tell me, what happened? What has she accomplished since her time with you? And he refers to both of you.
Well, before getting into her accomplishments, I kind of want to hear about yours. I want to know where she came from, what things you've accomplished, and I can tell you how she's continued on that legacy. She tells me you're a man of great means.
Yes, of course. And he kind of just takes another swig as he says, let's start in the 60s. And he begins talking about like the Soviet occupation, the Cold War and things like that. But he begins explaining how the Bratval sort of went under the radar as they kind of manipulated a few things during these wars, and that they were making huge profits because of the organized crime throughout the past 40, 50 years. But recently in the 80s, he has conducted a few things that perhaps would have surprised a lot of you if you were from that era, but now it's sort of normal. But he took over, his organization pretty much took over all of organized crime in Eastern Europe. But he starts talking about this and whatnot, and also he's kind of goes on off a tangent about wrestling bears and cows and eating raw deer meat or something like that as a normal thing to do as customs. He also talks about how Scarlett is, kind of a pain in the ass sometimes.
Oh
We had to
yeah,
send her off
he'll
to
get
boarding
in on
school.
that.
But Yeah, he kind of just says, and then I sent her to England, where I don't know what she's done except spend my money. And then when she returned, that's when it all changed. Everything changed when she was on her break from school. I must say it was perhaps the beginning of the fall of my organization.
The fall, you say? I assume things aren't good anymore?
He takes another swig. You know how war goes, right, Sergeant? There's always a losing side.
I've been very blessed to be on the winning side each time.
And what about those that could not fight? The ones who were left out in the dust, to be abandoned by their peers, forced to run away and take refuge in some shithole countryside.
I wouldn't know. Not my fight.
Takes another drink.
Hey, what's the craziest way you ever killed someone?
There was once I was hiding out in the cold forests of Russia, just outside of South Moscow, and I hid within the carcass of a slain deer as soldiers sort of patrolled the area, and once they were not aware of their surroundings, I popped out and I slit their throat, beheaded them then and there, and then I hid within the carcass once again.
Ah, that sounds pretty cool.
And I did the same thing for about 2 hours. Till I fell asleep.
Sounds like you're a patient man then. Man with a plan. What's your plan now? You're here in Chicago, far from your home field advantage. You plan on extending your influence here? Why are you here? Are you hiding? Is this your carcass?
He nods. You are a smart man.
Very smart.
As of right now, our family, our organization, has been weakened. Vulnerable. We were untouchable back in the 80s and 90s. But now, with other organized crime organizations, we're easy pickings.
So whose idea was it to be here? You or Lyanna?
Well, I wanted to be close to my daughter, my jewel.
I see. And it's just us in the room, right?
There's a few security details patrolling the outside.
I understand that you're aware of Lyanna and your Jules relationship, right?
He sets down the bottle of vodka as he looks you and Fletcher in the eyes. You can see the joy in his face kind of wipe away as he says, "Yes. Duh."
You don't seem happy about that. What's your relationship with Lyanna?
Do either of you have children?
Yes, in a sense.
No.
I know what she is. I know that my daughter did not come back alive that night. Being the reason as to why she has become what she is, it's very difficult for me to live with that.
It's a lot to take in. Did you ask Lyanna to do this, or she just did it and you just had to deal with it? I'm trying to figure out her role in all of this.
It was not supposed to be her.
Oh?
It was supposed to be my other son. My other child. Adopted child.
How many children do you have?
Just one. Now that is.
Your son passed? Scarlett was chosen?
He looks you in the eyes very deeply. Did she not tell you how she was given the gift?
Not in detail, no. I have been curious. Please enlighten me.
The scene pauses there. As we see Scarlett, what are you doing as your three dads are actually conversing and telling each other stories?
I'm gonna go to Aluna.
What is this paperwork you're keen on fixing?
Gonna go to Aluna.
Okay, she's outside.
Probably go outside, sit on the chair there. Probably there's probably a chair there. And say like, I want to revive the Bratva and bring it back to glory. And then I look at her. But I'd need some help.
She just nods.
Would you be interested in helping me? Or would you rather be stuck in here?
My orders are to protect your father, Miss Mikolov.
So you do work for somebody else aside from my papa?
No, I work for your father. I'm his bodyguard. That is my task. The task I've been performing for the past 6 months.
What if I tell you that I can help you be stronger? To be more efficient at your job?
Miss Mikolov, I'm not interested in taking any drugs.
It's not drugs.
Then?
I don't think you know what I am. If I give you a bit of my blood, you'll get stronger. But I need your trust, blind trust in this. To trust in me, to trust in this organization, to trust in my papa.
I trust your father, Miss Mikolov. Though I do not know you. I don't know what drug you're speaking of, but I assure you it is not necessary for this job.
You say that you can protect my papa, right? If I tell you that I can just casually throw you across the room without any issue, would you believe me? Would you feel like you're competent enough?
Are you saying I can't handle myself, Miss Mikolov?
Just as I don't know you. Just as you don't know me, I don't know you.
I've been with your father for some time now. There's been attempts made on him in his journey here. Did you know about this?
That's to be expected. The crime lord.
Where were you then?
Stuck here. Just like him.
Doing what?
Blending in. Trying to fit into the society so that I can actually do our organization justice.
And what justice would you bring?
I'll bring Bratva back into the...
Your father's been saying the same thing, Miss Mikolov.
Yes, and he's been here. For 6 months. And did not even bother to tell me. Or did he? Can you tell me if my papa has ever tried to contact me?
No, ma'am.
I don't trust you by my papa's side. Gonna go back in.
Okay. You see them just sitting around, drinking.
Probably stand there with my arms crossed while, you know, just listening in at the doorway. Just leaning on it.
Oh, Scarlett, join us.
I don't want to interrupt a meeting between men. Come on, continue your...
He just looks at the both of you expectantly. Toledo and Fletcher. He just looks at the both of you.
Does he continue his story of her getting turned? He just stops.
Mm-hmm. He just stops.
Something got your tongue?
He looks towards Scarlett as he says, "Tell them about what happened when you were given the gift."
I was made to face off against my childhood friend. And then I won. Or, I don't know, I was picked. Then when I woke up, I was very hungry and he died.
Explains a lot.
Seems to be a common solution.
People keep putting you in positions where you don't really have a choice, but no matter what you choose, you come out to be the bad guy.
Yeah, seems that way.
So I'm excited to see what you do when you truly do have some choices ahead of you. Is there anything else we need to do here?
I need a ghoul.
You found what you're looking for? Doing what?
I need a ghoul.
Just
Speaking of, I'm gonna get out his little pocket Bible, open a page with some of his equipment, just pull out a needle. And actually, he's not even really gonna ask. He's just gonna walk up to the dad and just sort of prick a finger.
Toledo, what?
You're
Mosquito
fine. It's just
bite.
a needle. And then he's gonna taste it, specifically using
Taste your blood.
taste for blood. See if he's ghouled.
Yeah, he's cool. You can taste immediately that there is that fresh vitae from a human, but there is that taint. The taste of vampirism, but not at full yet. It's present in his system. And you recognize this to be the blood of a ghoul.
Yeah, he is. He's one of Lyanna's.
she's been making moves before you.
I'm always a step too late. Sucks.
Are you gonna let that happen?
No,
What are you gonna do about it?
I'm taking his bodyguard.
Good. Get them.
I never knew anybody before the Fletcher. I don't know that girl.
You tell them to stand still, you force them to stand still, and then you shove your blood down their throat, Scarlett. It's that easy.
Or you can offer it to him in a more polite way, but yeah.
Not really. Brat boy. I don't know about the brat boy in the American sect though.
Nice thing about ghouling, it doesn't even really have to be straight from the tap. You can present it to the ghoul in question in a maybe more palatable container. Sometimes people get weird about, drinking it straight from the vein.
So why you don't give them a choice?
I mean, the way me and Sister Isadora do it, it's very respectful, normal, not
What's-
shoving anything down her throat. So I fill a nice little cup. Every so often, she drinks from the cup.
What's respectful about enslavement?
It's not enslavement. She's not bound to me.
She is.
That's the difference. If it's
That's
straight from
how-
the tap, it can bind them. If you let it air out a little bit, they don't have that supernatural connection.
Okay. Whatever helps you sleep at night, Toledo.
Maybe I don't need one.
You. Think
Well,
about
it,
this
it
way,
depends
Stella.
if you want him ghouled. I mean, ghoul. Sister Sword would be dead if she wasn't a ghoul. She's old as fuck. I just give her something to keep her kicking. If you want this person to be supernaturally obedient, then you need to give it straight from the tap. Depends what you want, what you're looking for.
Think about it this way, Scarlett. Lyanna's already pushing, already taking what she wants. And if you're being nice and asking and being real polite, she's already so many steps ahead of you. You can't afford to be soft against this. You have to be ruthless.
Or you could be better. Bunch of people trying to out-ruthless each other isn't gonna get so far.
No, because one of them dies.
Yeah, and then that other one dies, and it's just a cycle of that. At some point, you need to improve the process, not continue the bloody cycle.
Can't do that unless you're on top.
Charlotte, they're both making sense. Angel and devil on your shoulders.
Oh my god.
You have to make a decision.
Good dad,
If you want
bad
to
dad.
duel, you're gonna have to do this either Toledo's way or Fletcher's way. And you don't know how long your father's been ghouled. Matter of fact, as far as you can remember, he's always been strong.
It's gonna be so weird if a old fucking person had a baby. That's just weird. I'm gonna go,
Quite normal.
probably. My papa's probably asleep on the sofa by this point.
No, he's listening.
Oh, he's
Let's not
listening.
talk about revenants, please.
You guys are all giving me headaches. Papa, I'm taking your bodyguard.
Scarlett, he stands up as he kind of pulls you off to the kitchen. I overheard your conversation, and he hitches the back of his head. Are you going to give
Yeah.
her your...
In order to stay afloat in this new world, I have to do what I have to do. You know how it is. And I want to bring back the honor to our family.
He itches the back of his head once again
What's
as he
wrong?
scratches his wrist. That involves your blood, your blood, right?
Yeah.
He hungrily looks at your wrist.
No. Papa, whose blood have you been taking? Who?
I haven't had my...
I just told you, Scarlett.
No, who?
Lyanna.
Is it Lyanna's? I want to hear it from you.
Yes, of course, it's Miss Lyanna's.
Toledo, is there a side effect if you go your own? I don't want to think about this. This is just...
To answer your question, no, there is not. It's quite common, actually. A lot of people don't really want to give up their families, depending on their circumstances of their embrace. So they keep them around. But then you're left with the decision of, you have the power to extend their life. Some people get caught up in not letting the natural passage of time happen for their loved ones.
Fletcher?
You make him stronger. He gets a bit of you inside of him. Maybe, I don't know, having a juiced up mafia might help against all the other gangs in this city. It's a weapon. Wield it.
I will only do this with your permission, Papa. And you'll tell me what Lyanna's been up to if I do this.
He scratches the back of his head again as he says, "Ah, of course, of course."
I need a therapist after this. This is just bad. I'm going to
Scarlett, this is a moral reminder that you don't have to do this.
I know.
Your morality is once again in question. This is your own father.
But at the same time, he is being manipulated, and I hate that fact that Lyanna has or is using him.
Do you want to do this because you want him free from Lyanna, or because you
Yeah.
want to control him?
I want him free from Lyanna, Toledo. He can't speak
And that's the
anything
reason?
about. Yes, he can't speak anything against Lyanna or tell us anything about her as long as it's good. Do you know any other way?
I'll do it. That way you don't have to deal with whatever weird psychological thing will be going on that'll affect the natural relationship with your father. And this way his bond with Lyanna will be replaced with a bond with someone more respectable.
I'll leave the decision to my papa.
He can't make his own decision. He's bound to her.
Ugh.
She's taken away that ability. You said you have what it takes to be the boss and make the hard calls. This is you.
I'll take a stain, like out of character. I'll take a stain if I do this, right?
Take a stain for ghouling immortal. Take another stain if it's your touchstone.
God, I already have 5 humanity left. But I don't want Toledo's humanity to drop you. You're the voice of reason in this coterie.
I got plenty of humanity.
What's a little humanity?
Don't listen to him.
No, I'll do it. I'd rather keep it in the family, I guess. It sounds weird.
How about I do it for now,
Sure.
and then once things settle,
Do you see
we
him
can
ready up a glass of
potentially transfer things over. This is going to be a lot, and I think a bodyguard is a much better fit for you in this current predicament than getting tied up with him.
Why not both?
That's a lot for
Why not
one's
both?
morality to handle.
Have him assign a bodyguard to me.
Let's keep it in the family, he says.
I guess he's made the decision.
You sure you want
He's
to do
made the
this, Scarlett?
decision because he knows Lyanna has a lot more sway over you than she does me. Remember, every decision he's making is in Lyanna's best interest. So if he's picking you, think about why.
But you did say that I have to make my own decisions. And if I keep
Yeah,
on relying
Part
on
of
you
being the
for
boss
everything,
is delegating. This is what you have us for. Just take on stuff like this so you can keep your eye on the prize.
Your call, Scarlett.
I'll keep
I
it.
just...
Toledo.
Is that what you want to focus on? Him or the business?
Him and the business comes hand in hand.
Now when it comes to
My
Lyanna.
papa is much more well known as the face of the Bratva rather than Lyanna. Lyanna might be working in the background, but the face is Sergei Mikolov.
Might be important that she remembers her place.
So this is the sort of relationship you want with your father. You want him enslaved to you. Or do you want your actual father? That's the choice I'm giving you.
He'll still be
He's
enslaved to you. I wanted the bond gone, but
We're not talking about... Yeah, we're talking about what you want your relationship with your father to be. If he's enslaved to me, that has nothing to do with you. I'm not gonna do shit with it. I'm not interested in any of this stuff. I'm just doing it so he's no longer bound to Lyanna. If he's bound to you, like you said, he's gonna be tied up in everything. You will lose your father in the sense of him having that sort of relationship with you. You will completely erase that sort of bond and replace it with one of master and servant. I do not think that's a healthy choice. I asked you at the beginning what your motivation was. You said all you cared about was him not being bound to Lyanna. I'm giving you a way out. Now you're going back on that and saying you want him bound to you. That's what worries me. I can't think of a single... I mean, what's your reasoning besides keeping in the family? What's your motivation to do something like that? To change one of the few ties you have to who you were? Why would you? It's now going to be a purely vampiric thing. You're taking the humanity right out of it.
With my
I just explained the difference.
No, what would be the difference? My papa gives me everything I want anyway. Devotion.
You don't want to know that he's doing that because he cares about you and not because he has to? That's a huge difference, Scarlett. That's even more of a reason. If someone's already treats you well, why take away someone who has the agency and he makes the choice to be good to you? You want to know that one of the few people who are good to you in the world are doing it because they have to, because you're of this thing you are? Or do you want to know that someone who actually treats you right is doing so because they think you're worth it? Don't give that up.
I don't know if someone who sends you away and comes to this place and doesn't contact you for months until you find out about it is treating you well.
We don't know how much of that is him and how much of that is Lyanna's orders. I'm giving you the opportunity to actually know your father as a person. Not with Lyanna pulling the strings, not with a weird bond between you and him. You'll have a connection with me, but I mean, I hope you trust me enough to know I ain't gonna abuse that. I'm not gonna do anything with it, besides break the bond. I have no need for someone like him. I just want to offer him his freedom. The closest he's gonna get, at least in the short term, is this.
Or you can remove Lyanna from the board. No bond if there's no domator.
I feel like that's more of a long-term solution. Something we can't do right now. But at any time, once she's out of the picture, I stop giving him my blood. He's fully free.
And what? So he can fall into another kindred's path? Hands?
No, hopefully by then you'll be running things, and you won't let another kindred get to him.
He's just looking at all of you like he's surprised that you guys are talking about him like he's an object.
He is an object.
Indeed he is. Not to one of you, though.
It's your call, Scarlett, but damned if you do, more damned if you don't. Do you think Lyanna's not going to come back here and try and re-solidify everything?
I know that she will.
Exactly, and who better to stand in her way than me? Not you.
I can stand in her way and you can stab her in the back.
I could do that anyway. The world's greatest assassin. Really, the only choice here is, do you want to have a relationship with your father, or do you want your father to be a servant to you? Those are your two choices. Either way, one of us wants to break his bond. Either way, he's going to be free. Either way, we're going to have to eventually deal with Lyanna.
I feel like I burdened you too much, Toledo.
You burden
And
me
then
all the damn time,
Yes,
and now you're
now I'm
burdening me.
adding this to your list of the things.
No, I offered this because I think this is the right thing to do. I'm not doing this purely out of the kindness of my heart. I'm doing this because I think this is a step down the wrong path for you. I think it's quite obvious. I don't know how in your mind you're even still wrestling with the idea of it's a good idea to have that, do that to your father.
We're brought Toledo. We do what we have to do.
Yeah, that's the thing. You don't have to do it. You literally have given you another option. You seem like you want to do it at this point. If you don't want to do it, I have given you the option not to. You can't say this woe is me, I have this dark past, I'm part of this criminal thing, I have to do this. You don't. I'm telling you plain as day. Here are two options. I respect your willingness to do what you have to do, but you need to have the smarts to be able to see when there's an alternative presented. Don't ignore it just to punish yourself.
No, Toledo. It's time for me to fight my own battles. And I
No,
feel
it's
like-
not. We're literally a coterie.
Yes.
This you're not on your
This-
own, and that's what's annoying. You keep saying I'm on my own, I got to do this. We're all standing here together. The fact that you're not using all of the tools in front of you, the fact that you're not taking my offer, my help, that's just not smart. It's not time for you to do this on your own. We're literally a coterie. No one is saying you're on your own. No one wants you to be on your own. I am not comfortable. I don't think you're ready to be on your own. And that's not an insult. That's just what it is. I was not ready to be on my own for decades. You're much further along than I was, but you're not quite there. And I'm not going to sit here and let you make these mistakes early on that are going to have lasting consequences to who you are as a person. I'm disappointed. I wanted you to make the right choice, but I will let you know I'm not really giving you a choice now. I will be doing this. I wish you would have come to that decision on your own, but I still consider myself your mentor. I'm still willing to step in and
No.
take a more forceful hand to
Toledo.
guide you if need be.
Social
You
contact?
haven't given me one good reason. If you give me a good reason,
Because he's
besides
my
I'm on
father and
my
I don't
own.
trust anybody aside from myself to take care of him. We don't have any family left. He's my only family left and I don't want to leave it to somebody else, Toledo.
you're going to throw away your one family. He won't be your family anymore. He will be a slave to you. That's what I want to protect. There's one way to find out, and that's letting me free him and then figure out what sort of man he is and who he is as your father. You're choosing a path to throw all that away and never figure it out. The fact that you're getting emotional about this is letting me know that it's the wrong decision. You desperately need this. You need to figure out what he is to you. Enslaving him it's wild to think that's the answer. It's a mistake. Take it from someone who has been there. I've walked this path. I've made these mistakes.
Sister Isidora?
No, not with Sister Isidora. She's not bound to me. You've never once seen her
Then
drink
why-
straight
Then why can't I do the same thing?
because he is bound to someone else. If Sister Isidora was bound to someone, then I would have to bind her to break that. He's bound. You can do the same thing once the bond is broken. I will need to break that bond, and then we can wean him off of it. If your reasoning is you don't trust me with it, then say that. Say you don't trust me. But if your reasoning is he's your family and he's important to you and you want to protect what's sacred, I've given you an option to do that.
Listen, Toledo, I do trust you, but Fletcher just told me not to trust anybody, not even him, not even you, and this is a big
So that's
thing
all
to
it
me.
takes? Yeah, everything I've done for you all these years, but one guy says, well, don't trust anyone. You're like, yep, that's the answer. No, listen to yourself. Except in this case, I ain't letting you listen to yourself. I'll be breaking his bond.
How long does it take?
It's as simple as that. It will take 3 nights.
And then?
And then he will no longer be bounded to Lyanna. But eventually, Lyanna's gonna come back to try to keep that bond going.
How does...
We will have to figure out what you want to do before then.
Fletcher, resolve an awareness. Keep going.
This ain't easy. And like I said, I appreciate you wanting to fall on the sword on this. I know there's a part of you who thinks you're dragging us into it, but I'm telling you, no one makes me do what I don't want to do. I want to do this for you. I care about you, and I care about the kind of person you become.
You see, Fletcher, Sergei Mikolov walk over to a nearby sofa, and behind the sofa he pulls out double barrel shotgun. He snaps his fingers. Everyone else outside turn their attention towards you and Toledo.
I'm already activating toughness.
Wait, no one else sees him walk over? Are we all in the same room?
His couch is right there,
Yeah.
2 feet away. You guys are in the kitchen.
Oh, we're...
He says out loud to you, he faces both of you, or just you, Toledo, as he says, "You're not gonna let my daughter do whatever she wants?"
I wouldn't suggest that, sir. That's a really bad fucking idea.
Everyone just... please. Please.
No, sir, I will not. Because while you've been away, I've been the dad. It ain't been easy. But I'm doing a hell of a lot better job than you ever did.
Just okay, all right. Did you just say that to her dad in front of her?
Yes,
Okay.
and I want to punctuate that sentence by biting my tongue a little bit and spitting on him.
With your blood,
Yeah,
Dex and athletics.
should knock him out instantly. I'm gonna put some celerity on that. Number 2.
What? Use celerity for attacks? I don't think you can. Only for defensive actions.
Fleetness can only be used to dodge.
Yeah. I'll make that arouse instead then.
Sure.
It says net. Well, yeah, I guess this is combat. So I didn't sure if
It is
we're
gonna turn
counting
into
that.
combat if you keep trying.
Four.
Don't know what this is. So, the moment you
I'm not
spit
using
at
Ball's
him-
Crest. I'm just using Scorpion's Touch, which should just knock him out.
Okay. He doesn't know what this is. And as you spit on him, no, he doesn't. I don't know if he'll actually dodge for this. But spit on him. It lands upon his face, I imagine. You spit on his face. Scarlett, you see this.
Oh my god.
The others outside see this. Yeah, you can make a frenzy check if you want to. Others outside see this. You see Luna, her eyes widen right now
Oh, I did great with my.
as she shoots.
Wait, there's other people
Oh,
in
wow,
here?
that's
I thought it was us and
successes.
him.
Yeah, but he
Yeah,
did
outside,
snap his
right?
finger to
They're
get the
outside.
attention of everyone.
He snapped his fingers. You guys were talking while this was happening.
Oh, I thought we'd still have
Fletcher is the
situational
only one who
awareness
noticed this,
here.
'cause you guys were in conversation.
I mean, yeah, if we're in a room full of armed people, then
No, they're outside, but you know they kind of remember that they're patrolling around the household itself.
yeah, that's why he did
And now
something.
you just spit on.
A spit. If you're outside and you got spit on, I wouldn't think they'd be able to hear that. But yeah. If we're surrounded, well, we'll just we'll roll with it. I didn't think that would alert anyone.
Well, he snapped his fingers. They called onto them earlier.
Okay.
Oh no.
But as the spit lands on him and you see him, it takes a few seconds before you see him fall to the collapse to the ground. Scarlett. Luna widens, her eyes are widened as, well, you know what the rules are in the Bratva.
Everybody sit the fuck down.
Anyway,
I'm
1, 2, 3, 4. Do you dodge, Fletcher?
No, I'm gonna take it. I reduce it by 4 and then take a 1.
Yeah, you only take 1 superficial damage as she fires a few shots at you. And her eyes.
I like this shirt.
I'm gonna go to my papa. Probably giving Toledo the stink eye too.
You wanna,
he's fine.
you wanna try it again, Luna, or do I need to step over there and show you how to properly shoot?
Hell? She says, "Guards!" And she calls on the other people.
Great. Fantastic.
Scarlett, now's the time to take control.
As this is all happening in quick succession, by the way. Toledo, what do you do? Well, actually, you took your turn. Never mind. You just took your turn. But top of the round, I guess it goes to you.
Nothing. I'll go and I mean, yeah. I'll go to the dad. Let's go
Shut up!
yeah,
You're
he's-
not going to my papa.
He's
not
literally
taking
he's
one-
fine.
No.
He's unconscious.
Toledo.
You're gonna have to dominate the guards and take control of this situation now. Just tell them to go away. Tell them he's
away
fine
from
and
my papa first.
for them to go away. Okay. Guess we're acting like he didn't just point a gun at us, but sure.
But our rules are different, Toledo. This is why.
Scarlett?
I don't give a fuck about your rules. If someone points a gun at me and I subdue him, don't act like I'm in the wrong here. That's wild.
What do you do as they're having this conversation?
I'm gonna point to Aluna and say, if you reload that fucking gun, I will rip you in half. You got one chance. I will wipe out your fucking Bratva if you don't put down that fucking gun. I'm gonna activate Eyes of the Beast.
Resolve an intimidation.
You don't have to do that, Fletcher. I can stand up, look at her, say, call down the man, it's fine. My papa just had too much to drink. Where then? No, not compel, mesmerize.
Do you wanna... Oh, you wanna mesmerize her? I mean, with your dice pool, you could easily just persuade her, but...
I mean, it's fine, I'll mesmerize. I got rationalize.
Okay. Her eyes glaze over as she kind of just puts her gun... Well, her gun is kept close to her, but she holds out her hand as she kind of does the signal for everyone to just hold their fire.
Wise choice. Fucking Jesus, I can't wait anything anyway.
This is why.
This is why what?
Don't want it outside of the family, Toledo.
It is. You don't get that option anymore.
I am making that option. I am making that choice.
I made it for you.
No.
You made the wrong one.
No, that's what you think.
Yeah, it is.
You're not letting me choose, Toledo.
I'm not letting you take this path. I'm not letting you go full Sabbat. I'm not letting you dominate
Sabbat.
and control every kind around you and treat them as less than and just become this domineering monster. I'm not letting you
That's
take
what you think I'll do to my own papa?
You just said you wanted to. Blood bonding your father is enslaving him. You just said that yourself you wanted to do that, and I'm not gonna let you.
I just
I'm
wanted
sorry.
to wean him off the...
Okay, so...
And I'm doing that for you.
No.
We already
seems
established
as
this.
if there are two conflicting ideas here, and unless either of you act physically, this will result in a social conflict. So, both of you are making good points. Both of you are standing your ground. Fletcher, I'm curious what stance you take on this.
He's a human. He's meant to be used.
Okay, well, I guess that you fall in line with the other side of this. With
More
the
like
Bratva, I
with
guess.
Scarlett, but like an
the
extremist
Scarlett.
point of that, yeah.
Yeah. So, Scarlett and Toledo, go ahead and roll. Your manipulation and your persuasion. Scarlett, you get a +1 bonus for this because, well, unless Fletcher doesn't say anything, then you don't get that bonus.
I'm probably not gonna say anything. I'm just gonna watch the guards, make sure nobody pulls a gun.
Okay, then you don't get a bonus for this. You can rouse the blood for this.
Alright.
We're gonna do this as a one-off. Whoever wins the argument, and the other takes social willpower damage. Unless you guys want to keep it going until your willpower is completely eroded.
Oh, willpower. That's a 5.
I'm confused what's going on. We're just rolling.
Persuasion, manipulation,
Social combat.
social combat.
Yeah. I got nothing.
You can use manipulation and persuasion instead of charisma.
I mean, and he's made his mind up, and they're just sort of at an impasse here. Yeah, I'm not gonna spend anything to try to win her over. It seems like she's made her mind up too.
Okay. Well, I guess
But I will take the willpower hit for sure.
take 1 willpower damage just because. And this, whatever you do is up to you. Scarlett is adamant on this. She is just standing her ground firmly. But if you want to end social combat and go into something more physical, that's also a viable option.
I hear what you're saying. I disagree wholeheartedly. Nothing has happened that doesn't prove my point. I'm letting you know I will be blood bonding him. You know I can do it. You know you can't stop me. We can either fight about this or we can be a team for once, and he will have his bond broken. And then you can repair your relationship with him.
You know what you can help me with? Skill Lyanna rather than do this for me.
Yes, that is also part of the plan. I would very much like to do that for you.
Leave the Bratva in my hands, Toledo. I can't control the Bratva if you're the one in control of my own father.
I won't be in control. It doesn't work like that.
You keep
I will
saying
not be
that,
involved.
but he is or he will be enslaved to you. One word from you and anything he does will be for you.
Exactly, and it's very easy for me to not say a word. And that's what I plan on doing.
I made up my mind as well, Toledo. I am not budging on this.
Yeah, I'm just letting you know. I'm being upfront with you. I will be doing this, and you know you cannot stop me. You won't see me. I'll be here. I'll visit him. I'll feed him my blood.
I'm staying here.
That's fine. Just letting you know. This is what needs to happen.
Don't try, Toledo. If you try,
You're gonna fight me over this?
yes.
Use your head. Why is everything with you my way or violence? Why
He's
don't you
my
understand
papa!
that maybe I know
His
better?
family.
Yes. We're going in circles now. You keep saying he's my family, so I'm saying yes, he's your family. Don't enslave him. And you're saying, well, I should enslave him because he's my family. Doesn't make sense to me. We're just gonna have to disagree on this.
Why do you
That's
care
okay.
so much, Toledo?
That's a very good question, Fletcher. But that's the thing is I honestly care.
He's caring about whatever path he has in mind for me. That's what he cares about. He keeps thinking that I have this path, that specific path that I have to take. I'm doing it wrong, apparently.
Yeah, I don't want you to become evil incarnate. Fuck me, right? That's wild. But yeah, I'm trying to save your soul. I won't apologize for that.
I'm gonna give a look to
It-
Fletcher.
It's between you both. Do whatever you need to do.
It's hard when the both of you have two conflicting ideologies. Like you keep
Yeah.
saying about like do whatever you have to do to finish the job. Now I'm doing that. Meanwhile Toledo's going like you can't do that because that will just put you in the path of evil. Can't they just stay in the middle line?
No, this isn't the middle. Scarlett, enslaving your father's not that's your middle?
That's only for 3 days, Toledo. After that it's done.
I'm only gonna enslave him for 3 days. You hear yourself? That's your middle? That means your compass is already leaning way down the wrong path. Especially when you have one option that's, I don't do it. And the same good thing happens. He's no longer bound to someone. I get why you want to do it. It's hard. It's hard.
Oh,
It's really up to you, Scarlett. You're right. We both have very different opinions. We come from very different backgrounds. Why
But
we
it's-
think why we do. But
Yeah, but why does
It-
Toledo think that I don't have a choice in this? I don't have a say.
that's the thing, Toledo, as well. It is Scarlett's choice at the end of the day. Be it for better or worse. And hell, if you think it's the wrong choice, maybe she'll come to regret it. And maybe she will follow this path even further.
I mean, I believe you're allowed to stop someone from making evil choices. If your father told you, Scarlett, hey, we're not making money with drugs, I'm going to start human trafficking children, your answer would be, well, that's your choice. No, you would stop him, would you not? I hope you would. I would. That's the situation I feel like I'm in. I see you doing this thing where like, well, it's my choice and I'm going to do this incredibly disturbing thing. I feel like it's my responsibility as a mentor and as a good person to stop you. What's the saying? All that it takes for evil is for good men to do nothing. I'm not going to do nothing. And if you can't see the evil in enslaving your father, I don't know, then you're very far gone, and that cements my decision that I need to help you. I'm sure it'd be easier if I gave up on you, but I ain't in this for the easy path. And being a good person in our condition is not the easy path. It's hard. And part of you has to want it. And I hope there's still part of you that wants it. Fletcher is under the impression that there is no good in us. And that's what he believes staunchly. And if that's what you if that's what you believe too, Scarlett, that you are evil incarnate, so you might as well lean into it, then make that decision. But if you don't want to be that, let me help you. That's all I want. I'm not saying you need to be this pinnacle of this, or you need to be this shining light or this beacon. I just don't want you to see you in such a short time get too far gone. So no, I wish I could say it's truly your choice, but like I said, if you see someone you care about making a bad choice, I think it's your responsibility to do something about it.
You might as well just blood bond Scarlett.
That'd be the easier way.
Yeah, because you ain't giving her a choice.
No, not when it comes to evil. Like I said, why would you let someone do something terrible? Because it's freedom of choice?
Terrible having no freedom of choice, Toledo.
What's the difference between...
It's terrible having no freedom of choice. Okay.
You are not.
Yeah, I am terrible for offering to do this for you and free your father. Like, I'm not like you. You can't make me feel bad for doing things that I know are right. I am secure in my morality. I'm not subject to wavering in the face of things like this. I've made a lot of hard decisions. This is another one, but I stand firm in it. Like I said, in your situation, if your father woke up and he said, hey, my business is now human trafficking in children, would your response be that is your choice? And if he said, Scarlett, you're a terrible person for not letting me do that, would you believe that?
We do what we have to do in the Brat Val, Toledo.
So you would let that happen?
No. This is why I need to be at the top. Be in charge.
No one's saying you're not.
You're
No one's saying you're
not
not.
letting me be in charge of my own decisions, Toledo. I feel like you want to just bond me and just take away the...
No, I don't.
No,
Because I could have done
you
it,
did.
and I haven't.
You aren't already. You're already not helping me or giving me a choice here.
You're just gonna ignore my example and say I should let you do evil. That's your argument here?
So you think me breaking the bond of my own father, my own papa, my own blood.
Scarlett, you know that's not what you want to do. If you want to just break his bond, I gave you that option. That's
Yeah.
not what you just want to do.
I wanted
I don't want you to
just
bond
break,
him.
I just wanted to break his bond, okay?
And
I
I
already
gave you an
have
option
it.
for that.
Yeah. But you're the one who
We're
wants
ta-
you're the one who wants to do it. You've got a savior's fucking thing going on, Toledo. You can't save everyone.
So I just give up? Again, I'm not weak. I'm not weak-willed. You can't just say you can't save everyone, so give up. Fuck that. I gave you an option. We're talking in circles now. I've said my piece. I will do what you need to do, but I'm not going to let you bond him. If you want neither of us to bond him, and instead we go straight for Lyanna, that's an option too.
There's a third option.
What's that?
Fletcher? Will you break my father's bonds?
Fuck that. What's the difference between Fletcher doing it and me doing it? It's literally the
I
same
don't want
thing.
to feed onto your savior complex, Toledo.
So you trust Fletcher more than me?
I trust that he won't bond or fully bond my papa because he hates that shit.
And I love that shit. I'm a criminal.
No.
And
But
like,
we
what
are
you
at an
talking
impasse.
about?
This is my compromise. This is my compromise. Why won't... Okay, what's your problem with
Compromise
Fletcher?
is my solution, which I offer to you. You say, no, fuck you. I want someone else to do it because you don't trust me. Say you don't trust me.
I trust
That's what it comes
you.
down to. Then why wouldn't you let me do it? You just said someone else can do it. Why not me? Unless you trust me. That's all I need to hear.
I already gave you what? I already have Catherine at your place being taken care of. Now you want to add my papa on top of the list. You have to look at it at my perspective, Toledo.
Who asked for Catherine to be at my place? You said that. I
offered.
didn't offer that. I said, where do you
You
want to?
wanted,
I said,
you
where do you want to
wanted
take her?
take Catherine out of that place.
So now I'm being at fault for saving people. Now you're mad because I'm trying to save too many people.
I'm mad because you're trying
You don't
to
even
take
know
my
what you're arguing
decisions
against
away.
anymore.
Toledo, I'm mad because you're trying to take my decisions away. My freedom of choice. You're not giving me... You said it yourself, you're not giving me a...
Yeah, you're right. Yeah. Freedom of choice. I've heard that before. I've heard people use that phrase before. It's pretty popular in this country for people who want to do whatever the fuck they want. Freedom of choice.
I'm gonna shoot her, Dad.
Oh no.
You're gonna shoot her that
Fletcher,
5
no.
times. Okay. 5 times? Okay.
Oh
You
yeah.
sure you want to do this?
Pull it. Fire 5 times. There. Now I'm the fucking bad guy and nobody else needs to deal with this shit.
Time pauses as he unloads all those 5 rounds, as he says those words. Toledo and Scarlett, you guys are standing there in the middle of your pointless argument as you watched the fire come from the pistol of which Fletcher uses. As the scene plays out, we see the camera pan over off to the outside and see the entirety of the Bratva pull out their weapons as well. Mesmerize is released, and a whole barrage of gunfire is unloaded. And the scene cuts and blackens out as we end today's session. Find out what happens next week for our kindred in this chronicle. Hope you guys catch us then. But for now, let's go around the table. Introduce ourselves once again. I'm Lou. I'm your storyteller for this chronicle. You can find me on Crescent's VTM on Twitter and Louis Sleepy on Twitch. Fletcher.
Hey, I'm Ethan. I play Fletcher Wright, the gangrel war veteran of this chronicle. You can find me at Ethan and Dragons on everything. Stick around. In about 2.5 hours, I'll be running my own Chicago by Night over on my channel. And we are getting to our chapter finale, so stick around for that. It's going to be exciting.
I'm Bully. I do things over at Table Goth. If you want something more lighthearted on occasion, on Tuesdays I run a game called Hades High School. Otherwise you can catch our vampire and other stuff over at YouTube.
I was not prepared for that.
No one
And
was.
I am Rena. I play Scarlett Lyanna. I do another Chronicle, City of the Saint, Thursday, 6 p.m. EST. So if you want to check out a more functional coterie, you should check that out. God, fucking this coterie. Do have Cradle of Cain coming in. We're going to be announcing the schedule soon and the cast. I can't wait for you to meet the cast because they are such a fun group to play with. But yeah, variety games usually Mondays and Wednesdays, 6:30 AEST, but that's about to change because I am about to leave the country of Australia to the Philippines. Anyway, I hope you guys had a fun time, and we'll see you next session. Bye.
Peace.